you'll have a true time. Tell, cock-a-riddle, leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The predictions leak, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, cockerel. Jose gets himself around, always talking Spurs wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, cockerel. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong? Every time I play along. Tell, cockerel. The show is so chilled, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, cockerel. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, cockerel. The show is so chill, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, cockerel.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Hotel Cockerel. It's been a while, and as the theme tune was going and it's rolling, I could see some people in the chat. Some of my favourite people in the chat, but I also have one of my favourite people here on screen as well. Good morning, Queen Ellie Tonali, as you're now called.
Yes.
You've had more marriages and divorces than anyone I know in the short space of time I've known you.
Yeah, I'm serving the papers. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here with you, Jose. I've missed you. I know you've been off to Spain, and aren't Spain doing well in the World Cup as well? Yeah, old Pedro Porro, come on. And I'm looking forward to the show. Let's get into it.
There's a reason why I've done the show. I've been away for so long, and I just thought to myself, there is a reason why I've done the show, and there's a reason why I've asked you to come on today. Because this show centres around the conversations that you and I had a few, I'd say 2-3 months ago. Every week that we had a show, you, me, and Chang, I was saying the same thing over and over again, and you were saying the same thing over and over again. And I just want to see and reach out to see where you are, and I want to reach and see where the whole of the community is and how they all feel about this. So let's say hello to a few people. So Shem was the first one in this morning. So good morning, Mr. Bossman. Jose, good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I am, now that I've got Ellie beside me, and all you great people in the chat. So, and that is good.
Yeah.
And look at that. Super chat for Graham, who's been supporting us for 23 months. Says, good morning, Jose. I hope you're well, sir. Graham, I am. And doesn't time change? Graham, I know that you had lots of things going on, and you were also a bit disillusioned with all the toxicity that happens with the club. But that may have gone. That may have gone. And it's nice to have you back, Graham. Ian's here. Good morning, Mr. Meth. I hope you're well. I hope to see you at the stadium sometime soon. He says, good morning, superstar. Oh, I've been called superstar. Great to watch you on stream again, sir. Thank you very much, Ian. Ronnie's back. Look, 15 months of support.
Ronnie.
Says, big up, Jose. Spurs are back. Ronnie, I believe that they are, sir. People saying hello to each other. Shemtown flexing his 17-month member badge, saying, Coy's great window so far. Keep it going. Drula's become a member again. Look, she's just become a member again. Good morning, Drula. I hope you are well. Shem saying to you, Ellie, hey, it's Queen Ellie Hoiberg, Benticle, Madisburg, Tonali. Hope you're well, my lovely lady.
Get in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so Rob's around. Good morning, Rob. I hope you are well, sir. It says, good morning, all. Exciting times ahead. Rob, I hope that you and the family are well, mate. I hope you and the family are well. Ian, you're quite right. Says some great old faces on here. He's quite right. Drew was saying good morning to you and I, and to all the chatters, and even to put your name as Tonali. And she's your niece, and she knows that you've been married and divorced so many times. Paige, good morning. Paige is here. She says, afternoon, Jose. Hey. Good afternoon to you, Paige. Archer's back. Says, good morning, Jose. Good to see you back streaming. Good morning to you, Archer. I hope you are well. Graham says he's still got lots going on, but great to see our Spurs are acting exciting. And I think we've got to the hellos. Right, so Ellie, I'll start with, right? So the reason for the thumbnail, right, and for asking you on is, are you aware of the conversations we had, or do I need to remind you?
Yeah, of course I am.
So if I remember the conversations right, if I remember the conversations rightly, I turned around and I was saying over and over and over again. Probably started saying this in February, March time, and I just kept repeating myself. And I understand what I was saying, but I also understand what you were saying. And I was saying that I felt that the board and Tottenham Hotspurs and the board had backed themselves into a corner, and there was only two ways out of that corner. Either you put up and you do what you're meant to do and act properly as a big club going forward, or you sell the club. There's only two ways that I saw this going. And I think that your part of the argument was, but Jose, 25 years of evidence shows us they're not going to change.
Yeah.
Would that be about right? Without going,
it is. Yeah. Because I'm always sceptical about how they act. Yeah.
So I stood on the fact that they had to do something. They had to put up or shut up, is what I was saying. And you were saying, yeah, but they're never going to change. 25 years of evidence tells me they ain't going to do it. Well, Ellie, I'm going to ask you the question. It's not done yet. It's only the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to all our American brothers and sisters out there. Before I ask you the question, just let me say good morning to Kate. Rickson says, morning, Jose, lovely Ellie. Good morning, Kate. I hope you're well. Jesse is here. Good morning, Jesse. Nice to see you. Big up Jose and Ellie, and hope you're both well. Daniel Sandoval is here. Good morning, Daniel. Says, good afternoon, one love. I'm going to say good morning because I believe you're behind us on time. So, and Ghosted is here. And he says, big up Jose and Ellie. Good morning to you, Ghosted. And Jessie has rejoined as she's celebrating her 21 month of membership. Thank you very much for your continued support. So Ellie, on the 4th of July, which we are today, tell me what you're feeling.
Yeah.
How are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Are your thoughts still exactly the same as what they were back when we were speaking about this a few months ago? With everything that's gone on, are you still the same, thinking the same? Where are you sitting today?
Right. Where I'm sitting today is I like what they've done. There's no two ways about it. They've shown intent. They've splashed the cash on. My favourite player outside of Tottenham was Tonali. I always said it, apart from Højbjerg, obviously, but he's gone, right? And I really wanted him before even Newcastle got him, because there was lots of people doing like these send-ups on how he is as a player. And I'd been watching him as well because I like him as a player. And when he went to Newcastle, I was so upset. So I'm really glad we got that one over the line. And then just before that, we got Fernandes over the line. And before that, we got Van Hecker and Senesi and Robertson. Three fantastic additions in the back line and two fantastic additions in the midfield. Right. So now I am excited. Don't get me wrong, right? But I want them to show even more intent, and they have in terms of trying to get their first targets over the line. And it's really unheard of that they get them in this early as well. So they are changing, but we have to see consistency as well, Jose. You can't just do this one window and then go to a stop like they have been doing. Yeah. So I do appreciate and recognise that there has been a shift, right? But I want this shift to keep on going. Like Arsenal did it, they shifted, then they shifted again, and they shifted again, and they got all their targets in, and they eventually won the league, right? So that should be our target now, aiming for the big prizes. Obviously, for the domestic trophies as well. Don't poo-poo them, because an FA Cup and a League Cup, it's always good to win a cup anyway, regardless. Get ourselves back into Europe. We've put ourselves in a good position. But one thing I will say, Jose, we still got to strengthen that forward line. So if they stop now, which I don't think they will do because it'll be silly, right, and stick with what we've got, we're going to do all the good work before the front three get it, and then it's going to break down a lot and we're not going to score enough goals. Also, I think we need a goal scoring midfielder as well as a goal scoring left winger and a striker, because Solanke, however good he is as a team player, he's not a prolific clinical finisher. So we need somebody else, someone like a Krupi. I like him because he's mobile. Reminds me a lot of Jermaine Defoe, but even with more technical skill than Jermaine Defoe. Sorry, Jermaine, if you're watching, but this lad is so gifted. And I was watching a video yesterday, Jose, on Krupi, and they were doing this trapping the ball in various ways, trapping it deft touch and then volleying it into the net. And it was incredible what he was doing. Yeah, I mean, I was so amazed. So if we could get him, that would be so perfect. And you know what? It's good for him to come to Spurs because it's a stepping stone, right? If he goes to a bigger club than us, like a Liverpool or a Man United or a Man City, not that Man City are bigger than us, but they've grown, haven't they? Right? So if he goes there, there's going to be a lot more expectation, a lot more pressure. With us, he's on a learning curve as well, right? And he's coming into a new and exciting team. So, and I do want to get that left wing position. Leao, Savinho would fit the bill. And then we really do need another right winger, because if Kudos goes down again, we've got no one else apart from Tell to fill in. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I will trust. I will trust when I see more, right? Because what's the saying? One swallow doesn't make a summer. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. And I've tied that in terms of the trust element. Yeah. So I want them to show intent and consistency in their intentions to build a squad that we can all be proud of, and we can go to White Hart Lane and be excited to go and watch the football as well. Yeah.
So we've got Mark. Thank you very much, Mark, says Jose Ali. Thank you for your support, Mark, and for what you did for us. He forwarded some viewers
Brilliant.
over to us. Tottenham Therapy says, big up Jose and Ellie. I hope you're both well. Yes, we are. Thank you very much. I hope you are too. Paige has just become, re-become a member again. I understand that people may have taken their memberships away because I haven't been on for a while. But it's nice to see some people that are joining back. Nita's here. And Nita says, good morning all. Love the way things are rolling at our beloved Spurs. Hope everyone is well.
Spurs fan.
Come on, you Spurs. I hope, Nita, you and the family and the grandchildren, especially if you spend a lot of time with them, are really well. Mr. Bonner, it's been a while, sir. Says, good morning, folks. Hope you're all well. We are, Wayne. We are. I hope you're well. He then says, big up Jose, Queen Ellie, and all in the chat. And then we've got Wayne then says, the transfer window has impressed me thus far. The Croupy thing has interested me. He will fit in with Spurs. The Aussie Spur TV says, g'day, legends. Hope you're all well. Back at you, the Aussie Spur TV. Ian says, Ellie, if you read Charrington's statement, he says this will be over several windows. There's no doubt we are now looking at forwards.
What can I respond to that, please?
Smash a like for the stream. We're back. Thanks for your continued support and your viewership, people. That would be helpful. Just want to read out some comments and then you go back to Ian's comment. Steve Combo 7, good morning. Good morning to you, mate. It says, honestly, this is our best chance to get Croupy in. It's a gamble, but all transfers are really. I really rate Croupy. I think his overall game is beyond his years and he's only going to get better.
Yes.
Good morning, Nige. I hope you're well. He says, big up Jose early in the chat. It's quite funny because the same time that the Three Stooges were all away in Portugal, from Tuesday to Tuesday, I went to Mallorca for the same period of time. So we flew out on the same day and we all came back on the same day, just at different airports. Wayne says, the one thing that bothers me, regardless of the rebuild, is our home form. And then Wayne says, I'm yet to hear one Spurs fan say anything negative about Croupy. Now, you wanted to comment on Ian's comment?
Yeah, I was just going to say, of course, I read the statement many times and I've seen it read out by many, many content creators as well. So what I would say to that, Ian, is the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, so words are fanciful, you can twist words as the way you want, all right? But actions are the main thing, and they have shown intent with this window so far. We've got to strengthen that front line. So, yeah, I would say, of course, they're acting like a different animal, but they've got to continue it, all right? Because it's, like I said, one swallow doesn't make a summer, right? So with me, it's a trust element because they've said things that they're going to do in the past and they didn't. Yeah, they didn't deliver what they said they were going to do. So, yeah, I'll hold tight on that one, Ian, until I see the proof in the pudding.
Kate's also said something interesting. She says, Bournemouth wanted Tell. That is Tell. Could do a deal with them for Croupy, but their chairman doesn't want to sell unless an extortionate price comes in for him. It's true, they were looking, there were reporters out there that said that they were looking at Mattis Tell earlier on in the window. Listen, today's the 4th of July, and it's Independence Day for all our brothers and sisters over at the other side of the pond, but it's still early. It's still early. This window's open, believe it or not, for a further 2 months. It closes the beginning of September, so it's open for a further 2 months. So you're quite right, Ellie. They did, a lot of the business that Tottenham have done has been done early. Very early, in fact. Yes, I'm very much of the opinion that, as I said, there's 2 ways that this could go. Either you're going to have to put up, right, or you shut up and sell it and go, move on. Now, people were a bit sceptical. I was as well, because my thoughts are my thoughts before. When the season finished, we had 3 statements come out straight away, didn't we? We had the Lewis family, Charrington, and I think, was it De Zerbi? All 3 of them made different statements within the first, 48 hours of the season finishing, our last game against Everton. And the
Yes.
people are going to be, yeah, right, I'd like to see if it ever happens. But I would turn around and I said from months ago, there's only two ways, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the route that they've taken because
Yeah.
it's better the devil you know in some circumstances. They have definitely put their hands in their pockets to improve the squad. Who's running the show? I'd ask who's running the show because they've spent money. Is it because they wanted to? Is it that De Zerbi being there? Have they finally landed on the manager that they trust to put their faith in, to put money into the team and the club? You know, have the dominoes fallen eventually in the right place? Because it didn't happen with Pochettino. They never backed him, and they never backed any of the managers since then. You know, so I've gifted out 5 channel memberships because I'm allowed to do that. And Mark,
Well
the
done.
sheriff has received one.
Mm.
Stacey has received one. My old mucker, who I messaged but never messages me back anymore, Collins received one.
Where's he
One for,
gone?
I don't know, one for James and one for Hanno, our South African Chelsea
Yeah.
friend. Jason Phillips is here. Good morning, Jason. Says striker is needed as soon as possible. Come on, you Spurs. 1882. Is this who I think it is? Says morning, Jose and Queen Ellie and chat. I'm happy with the transfer window so far. I'd still like us to look at getting Gakpo on the left wing and give Palace 80 million offer for Mateta and Sarr or maybe Junior Krupi. God, that's a list, isn't it? Shocking list and a half. Drew says De Zerbi wants them in early. We're back in training ground for pre-season training next Friday, the 10th. Yeah. Wayne has become a member. Thank you very much, Wayne. Welcome back on board. And the Ghost London says, I think De Zerbi's a sporting director and Morrison is securing the deals. After the window is closed, we will find a doff who De Zerbi likes. Langer most likely demoted to the youth. Well, a lot of us wanted Langer out. Kate's still in the chat. She's the biggest advocate. But he's still here. What's he doing? He definitely can't be leading on these deals, surely. So Ellie, you touched upon that we've got a goalkeeper. You forgot Dubravka. We've got Dubravka in on the free as well.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, so you've got. We've actually made 6 signings, have we not? 6, yeah.
6, yeah.
3 frees and 3 that we've paid for. So we've got 6 signings in for circa 237 million. Is what we've got at the moment. And there is talk about other players. Now, let's go back last season, Ellie. Season before that. Let's go back 20 years, right? And probably go back 20 years is when social media first started out. But ever since social media's been about, not like the good old days where you'd make surprise signings, but now social media tells you who you're going for, and there's a lot of people stirring the pots. And we've been linked to everyone and sundry in the past. And everybody, as grown adults, has to make their own mind up which is true and which is crap, like from what you read.
Yeah.
However, now, and I've kept my powder dry. That's why I've not been on my channel for ages, because I've kept my powder dry. Lived real life with my family and that. But I've been reading up on what people say and what the ITKs and all the people that know everything. I've been watching shows. And seeing. And people on YouTube, you've got to remember, right, people, don't be offended by what people say on YouTube, because it's only a matter of opinions. We're only speaking, I hope, what we believe is our own opinion. And a lot of the time that people say things, it's because it's what's out there in the social media space. You know, so all the links, if people talk about links, then they're talking about links because it's out there. So that's what they're talking about. So at the moment, there is a perception, although nobody from Tottenham has said this to us, there is a perception that people are saying, we started at the back. So we started with the goalkeeper, we've done the back, we've done the midfield, now we've got to address up front. We are being linked with some sexy names. Yeah. But with these names that we're being linked with, in the past, you knew that we had no chance or next to no chance, and we ain't going to get them. However, now, Ellie, if we're linked with anyone now, I've got, my thought process is, well, we've got a chance to get him. After seeing what we've done so far this season, I think to myself, well, we got a chance to get him. So the ones that I left, or that I put on the thumbnail, were Savinho, Leao, and Krupi.
Yeah.
How realistic, and what are the chances of getting any of them three players?
I think it's very realistic because they can see we're moving in the right direction, and any player who comes to Spurs now will think, right, we've got Tonali and Hernandez, two fantastic midfielders. Hernandez, I'm impressed with as well as Tonali, because I've been looking at his graphs and how he works, and I've been looking at footage of him. I have seen him play for West Ham, obviously, when they've been on the box, but I've been watching a lot more. And he's such a tenacious player, and he gets his foot stuck in. He drives from the back. He can play the 6 or the 8 role, right? So he's very versatile. Um, he's a very good passer of the ball, and he moves the ball quickly. So I'm impressed with that. And Tonali, he's just class. He's just class on legs. So that shows good intent. And we've bought 2 top centre halves. Senesi, I think he had the best defensive tackles or something. He had the best in house, in terms of his overall centre back play. And then we've got Van Hecke, who's fantastic, and he brings the ball out so well. They say he lacks a bit of pace, but we've got Van de Ven to cover that. Yeah, so we're sorted in the back. And then we've got Robertson, whose experience is going to rub off on everybody, and like in the locker room, right? He'll be talking about all the great days that he had at Liverpool, and he'll be geeing up the players and getting them on side, getting them to have a winning mentality, not just go out and perform, but perform to win, you know. So we've got all that in store, and now we just got to fix the front line, right? And the names we've been linked with, I'm impressed with, especially little Krupi, because I think he's a fabulous footballer, technically gifted, can score. I think he scored 13 in his first season, which isn't a bad return, because he can play across the front three as well. So yeah, I'm so excited, and I just hope we get that. And one thing I will say as well, I think we need another creative midfielder who can score, because Madison, however good he is, we know what his injury record's like. Yeah, I know we were going through with Danny Kiriakou yesterday, and he's missed quite a lot of games, but not as much as people think missed. But I do think we need another goal scoring midfielder, because the goals, if they dry up at the front, and you've got a goal scoring midfielder and a goal scoring left winger, you can win games. Yeah, and that could be a big difference in the long run for where we finish in the league. Yeah, and I think that by January, then we can consolidate and go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got Ian saying he would still love us to get Morgan's Gibbs White. Still love to go back in from.
Yeah, see, he can score. He scored, I think, 11 goals last season, 11 or 12. Fabulous. And European games as well, he scored in.
Yeah, Kate's saying Krupi's interested in Spurs, been talking to his rep and him over the weekend, and would like to work with De Zerbi. 100 million to prize him from Bournemouth. And Ghosted says, 100 million on Krupi or 100 million on Kane?
Oh. Well, it's a no-brainer. You're going to go for Kane, aren't you? But then bring Krupi in again as a second one. But Kane's not coming. He's not going to come. If he goes anywhere, he's going to be to Real Madrid or Barcelona. Yeah, he'll stay abroad. But maybe in 2 seasons' time, we might get him.
What, when he's 36 or whatever? God.
Yeah, he'll still be all right. That shot that he's got on him, it won't go away. Maybe he's never had pace, so that doesn't matter. He can hold the ball up. He can pass the ball. That's all you need. Look at little Messi, what he's doing in the World Cup. Fantastic.
I'm asking people, can we get the likes for the stream, people, to match the numbers of those watching?
Yeah, come on.
50% of likes to the amount of people that are watching at the moment.
Yeah, go on.
So, to me, like I said, I think that, and these are my thoughts. My thoughts are that doesn't matter who we're linked with now, whoever we're linked with, I don't think to myself, that's pie in the sky. That's people living on cloud cuckoo land. I don't, because of the way that we've acted. I think to myself, yes, we've got a chance now. It's not all about buying the players, although we want to buy players, and we do. I know we want to buy players, but it's not all about that. It's about also getting rid of players.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we've let go of who have we let go of? We've let go of one player.
We've let go of Basuma and Valise.
Okay, so Valise is the only one that we've
Yeah.
actually got money in for, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that's been announced.
Basuma went on the free, didn't he?
Yeah, and we've got 8 million or whatever in for Valise, right? There is talk about Vuskovic going. I think his deal was, well, the here we go's been given. He hasn't signed officially yet, but the here we go's been given on him. Is it 45 million plus 5 million in add-ons, and then a 20% sell-on clause? So 45 million for a player that you paid 12 million for, who never played a game for the club. So that's going to be the majority of that pure profit, and goes back into the coffers.
Yeah.
And then it's whoever else you can get rid of. Now, even if you got rid of players at 5 or 10 million, there's a lot of players we've got to get rid of. That could raise you, if you got rid of 10 players for 10 million pop, that's £100 million. Now that's some money. There's also talk about Lucas Bergwijn wanting to leave. I'm 50-50 whether he wants to leave or not. I mean, I'm hearing some camps saying he wants to leave, and some camps are saying no, he doesn't want to leave. He just knows that he's not going to get as much game time with these players all coming in. So, but if I'm going to say if he were to leave, then he's going to raise you a lot of money, because we only bought him for 8 million.
Yeah.
So all this money, so it's not just about the money Tottenham are spending at the moment. And they've probably still got more money in the coffers to spend. But also, what would help your spending is if you can move players on as well. So for the remainder of the window, not only do I want us to improve the squad and get more players in, like we all do, but I also want us to see us shift players out. And I want us to shift players out that we know will not play, and don't keep holding for the sake of it. Like someone like Manor Solomon, for instance.
Yeah.
I'm only going to say Manor Solomon. Manor Solomon was never ever. He was bought, for me, my personal opinion, people, I don't know because I'm not in the know, but my personal opinion was that they saw an opportunity, Tottenham, or Levy saw an opportunity, because Levy was here. He saw an opportunity of getting a player in on a free transfer in the proviso that if he doesn't make it, he can be sold on, right? And you can make money on it. So if you bring a player in for free and you sell him on for 5-10 million, that's profit, because you bought him for free. And I think that's the reason. It's opportunistic, done by Levy, like Levy done all these deals, like opportunistic deals. But we've got to let go of some of these players. Stop being sentimental as well about even some of the youngsters. Stop being sentimental about them. Let them go. Bring the money in so we can reinvest that money into our first team squad. Because for me, if you were going to ask me, Ellie, do I think this is over? No, I don't.
No.
I think there's more to come. I also think that there could be more to come, not only with the players that we're linked with at the moment, but players will become available and people's agents will pop their heads over the parapet. And I think some other players may become available as time goes on in the window. And we may go in for players because the opportunities then arise. But at the moment, it's not about opportunity. At the moment, De Zerbi, Morrison, whoever's doing all this, they got a plan. These are the players we want. These are the positions we're looking for. Let's go and strike. Let's get these players in.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
And the good thing is we're paying the wages as well. All right. It's not just the fees. We're getting stung a little bit on the actual amount of the fee, but that sometimes you just got to roll with the times, haven't you? Right.
Yeah.
And clubs who are selling are in a good, powerful position. Right. So I'm just happy that what we've done so far, obviously the front line, like I said, needs to be fixed. because without that, you're doing all the good work beforehand and then it falls down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need that front line fixed and quick. All right, so that De Zerbi's got maximum time to work with them as well, because he'll have the whole of the summer, the pre-season, and we've got games penciled in against Hoffenheim on the 15th of August at White Hart Lane. So all these games leading up to the start of the season to get the team to gel. Because that's one thing De Zerbi's big on, which I've read reports that he likes it to be a family, teamwork, all working together. And he's always given that vibe, because I remember watching the Shakhtar Donetsk players actually literally crying in the dressing room because he was going to leave. Yeah, and then there's Big Sandro talking about how great a man manager he is. So I'm excited to see what he does with the team, and we all know that he likes playing front foot football, a very quick interpassing football. So it's going to be very different at Spurs. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he serves up for us.
Are you going to be going to some of the games next season?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I stayed away for a little bit because of my husband, but
Yeah.
I did go to quite a few games, but I was
Yeah, I
just
met you.
disillusioned with it all,
Yeah, I met you.
and
I
the
know.
lack of effort. And there's only a couple of players that I could pick out, maybe 2 or 3 players that I could say, yeah, I'll put my hat on them, that they're actually giving full throttle help for the team and working for themselves, but for the team as well. And those 3 players in my book were Paulinho, Gray, right? Because he did try the lad, right? And Danso. They're the only 3 I could put my hat on. And possibly a little bit of Van der Ven the last 8 games. But before that, I was quite upset with him. Yeah. And then he sort of perked up. But Paulinho, he's the standout for me.
I thought
All
Dan
right.
put in the shift.
Yeah.
I thought Danso put in the shift as well.
Danso, yeah, I did
Yeah,
mention his
yeah.
name.
Okay,
Danso is fabulous.
good Danso.
His heading ability is awesome, right? Okay, he's not the most technical defender, but he can bring the ball out and he doesn't wait. He's not wasteful with the ball. I was watching him for Austria and he was doing some nice passes down the line. Yeah, and he was very comfortable on the ball. All right, but he's not like he's not a top quality defender in terms of the technical side of the game, but in terms of heart, spirit, getting stuck in, putting a shift in, you can rely on him.
I thought Matty Tell, he gets a lot of stick, but I thought
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time he put the shirt on, like the end product sometimes weren't there.
yeah,
He always tried. He wore that. He wears a shirt with pride, and he tries.
yeah. He does. You can
Things may
see
not
that.
come off for him. Things may not come off for him, but he does try. In my eyes, he tries. So
He done quite a few good balls last season as well, and the goal that he scored against Leeds. Yes, people will remember him for the overhead sausage kick, I called it. Right, but the goal he scored was fabulous. I'll give Matty's Tell his dues. Yeah.
yeah. So you've got Jason Scopes. Good afternoon. No, it's good morning still. Says, when will Tonali be officially confirmed? I would have thought very soon. If he'd come in on Friday, he flew in from Friday from Italy, I would think that would be very soon.
I think probably later today or even Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Combo saying even Barcelona signed an agent Lewandowski. Barcelona are sniffing around Kane as well. Come on, you Spurs, 1882.
You blame them.
Says offer Forest Bergvall plus 50 million for Gibbs White. But Bergvall can get you 50 on his own. So you're looking at 100 million for Morgan Gibbs White.
No, I think Morgan Gibbs White, we can get him for 60, 65.
Yeah,
I'd
but if you're
say.
saying offer Bergvall's probably, you could probably get 50 for Bergvall. So if you're saying offer Bergvall plus 50, that's about 100 million you're talking about for Morgan Gibbs White. I'm with you. I'm with you, Ellie.
Yeah. Is it true that Glasner's become their manager?
They're talking about they're talking to Glasner, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not confirmed yet.
No, they got rid of Pereira, who done really well for them.
Oh, so sad for him. he done a fantastic job for them.
Your
When they
fellow, your
came to
fellow, your
White
fellow,
Lane, they
your
made
fellow,
us look silly.
your fellow Greek fella, Marinakis. He's a bit of a
Yeah, oh God.
he's a bit of a character, isn't he? Are all Greeks like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The
Ghost.
men, the women were nice.
Okay, the Ghostly said,
Jula agree with me.
yeah, Ghost London says, I
Mind you,
think
her dad, my oldest brother Louis, is lovely. He's
says
not a typical Greek fella.
I think
Lovely,
Forrest
very
want
cool,
Berg.
calm, and collected.
Ghost London says, I think Forrest want Bergwall, and we were trying to push the price up by saying he doesn't want to leave. Daz, good morning, mate. Daz, big up,
Really?
Jose, mate. Hope all is well today. I am well, Daz. I hope you are well too, mate. I've gifted another 5 memberships out. Ghost London got one. WKE08 got one. Mike
Oh,
Zappa has got one. The Mr. Brian Daigle is probably working at the moment, but he's
hey,
got one as
the
well. And
Dakes.
Renee has got one as well. Over from Jess's channel has got one. So
Yeah, I
three.
like her.
So Renee's got one, and so has Stacey.
Oh,
Um,
Stacey.
Cyril says, Archer is agreeing with you, and he says Danso's head is like a magnet to the ball.
I know.
And Kate says, Ellie, it's a shame Paulinho's not staying.
I
Upset with him
know.
leaving.
Gutted.
The thing is, though, when you spend nearly 200 million on the players that they spent in midfield, and you've got Mateus Fernandes who plays in that position that
Yeah.
Paulinho plays, it was going to be difficult to
It's
bring
it's
him in.
difficult because Mateus Fernandes, he can do what Paulinho does. Maybe he's not as strong in the tackle because he's only 21. He's just become a man, right? But he's going to grow, yeah. And he's quite a big lad, He's
Yeah,
not a slight lad. He's strong, yeah. So, and he does a lot more than Paulinho going forward. Having said that, it'd be nice to have Paulinho as a squad player, yeah, to bring on because we've only got one game a week, right? So, in the cup games, and like if we have to seal off a game where Fernandez is getting a bit tired, the other midfielders as well, we can swap him in. Yeah, but I think he's got his heart. I think he's got his heart with Sporting CP, his first club. Yeah, so good luck to him. He's going through a divorce as well, so it can't be easy. Um, yeah, it's a shame, but we've got to take the blows. I personally think we should sign him. I really do
so
because he'll
so
be so invaluable in that locker room as well.
he's I think I was going to say there is still an opportunity, but he's message back to the Tottenham fans was an absolutely endearing message,
Yeah,
and I think that the way things stand is that Tottenham weren't going to. Well, Tottenham have made them 2 signings as it is, but I thought there was still a backdoor entrance for him. I really
yeah,
did. But I think Bayern are sticking fast on a certain amount that they want for him.
yeah.
Tottenham will not go near that amount. But
I
I
know
think
it's
Sporting,
26 mil, isn't it? They
I don't,
want.
I don't know what the amount is, but I don't think Tottenham want to go anywhere near that amount. But I think because there's no money in Portugal, the Portuguese clubs ain't got loads of money. But I think Sporting are prepared to structure a deal which would get close-ish or a lot closer than what Tottenham are going to offer, and
Yeah,
therefore, you know, he's said, you
yeah.
can look at Sporting if they,
That's his boyhood club as well, isn't it?
yeah,
It's his boyhood
if
club.
they drop the price, and Tottenham could blow Sporting out of the water if they drop the price.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I think that with that message that he's now sent to us, I think, yeah, you could. I'd hedge my bets on that he's going to Portugal.
Yeah, I think so because he went through a messy divorce and he wants to go back to his roots. I think,
Yeah,
although he does love our club, if we're not going to bump up the money, he's got to look at other options, and that's his second preferred. Because if we bumped up the money, he'd gladly stay and sit on the bench because he's going to be 31 very soon. Yeah, and his career's coming to an end. Because that type of player, you need to be fit and strong, and yeah, and his game is built on fire, isn't it? Like he's a thunder player. he'll get stuck in, get the tackles. I like the way he celebrates the tackles. I find that so amusing. Like he gets up, rah, like a lion.
But the foreign players seem to do that anyway, don't they?
Yeah, but I like Paulinho when he does it for us, and he doesn't take no shit from anybody. Do you remember when Morgan Rogers shaped up to him after he pushed Ollie Watkins for celebrating vigorously in front of the fans?
Yeah,
Because Ollie Watkins is an Arsenal fan, isn't he?
yeah.
As well.
We
Yeah.
have got. I'm going to call him Corey because when I call him by his real name, I get told off. So good morning, Neverland.
Corey
Good
boy.
morning, Corey. Corey, yeah, I'm going to say Corey. No, but I call him his proper name, his proper Christian name, and he told me off for doing it. So I'm going to say Corey. Good morning, mate.
Yeah.
And look who we've got. Look who's joined us.
Way.
Cobber says slides through the back door. What's for dinner? Good evening, David. I hope you are well. I spoke to David before I went on holiday. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Ghost London has agreed with you. Pauline were an absolute joy. So you're being agreed with by Ghost London. So yeah, to me, who's the number 9 we need then? Are we selling Richarlison?
I think so. It would be silly to hold on to both strikers, and I think out of the two, probably Solanke is the overall better footballer. Whether he can score goals in when you think about it, Richarlison scoring 10 to 12 to 13 goals, so is Solanke. Solanke was a bit short of that, but overall, I think he scored 16 when we won the Europa Cup. I think that's the figure. But they're both not prolific, but I'd say Solanke would be, even though I'm saying this, I think Richarlison, he wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't
No, I
he?
don't doubt
He
it at
puts
all.
in a shift. He puts in a shift, but his technical ability is not there to hold the ball up. Yeah, so we've got to shift one of them, and I would shift Richarlison myself.
If we had the mouse and we had
shift both of them.
Yeah. If we had, and you always get told an open checkbook. If we had that philosophy, that mythical open checkbook, I would get out both, but only if you could get 2 in. No.
Yeah,
If only
definitely.
If you could get 2 in.
Like, who would you have? Would you have Krupi as the first one?
Krupi for me. I don't think Krupi's a 9 yet for me.
He's not a 9. I think he's more like.
For me, he's a support striker, a 10 or a wide forward. I don't think he's an out and out central forward for himself at the moment. I think give him a couple of years and he's been trained on that. Then I think yes, by all means, he could be an out and out 9 for you. But in a couple of years,
if they want to show real ambition, I think they should go for Osherman at Galatasaray.
Do you know what I think? I think
and
a lot
pay
of people,
him the wages.
A few people in the chat talking about Osherman, right? Osherman, I'll just put get either Osherman or Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney, yeah, because he's got Prem experience.
Yeah,
and he's got a point to prove as well.
Steve Combo saying Krupi and for free Vlahovic. For me, Osherman, and I'm going to be brutally honest because it's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't see Osherman. I see him as a clumsy 9. I don't see him as a clumsy 9. I don't see him. Richarlison's clumsier, right? And Osherman puts the ball in the back of the net more. But to me, he's a clumsy 9. I don't see him as an out and out sharp shooting 9. But that's just my eyes watching him play. I think that he flatters to deceive. I think he'd done really well for one season at Napoli, then thought that he was Billy Big Bollocks and sort of like give the shit vibes to Napoli. Napoli have shipped him out, and has he signed for Galatasaray yet? Or is he still on loan to them from Napoli?
I don't know. I think he's signed. I think he's signed for them.
I've got to say, your neighbours, the Turks, sorry, Shemtam, right? The Turks are the most corrupt footballing organisation I've ever come across. How they can afford players that Galatasaray bring in and players like I'd never know
They
because
find the money.
well, this is what I'm saying. I can't understand it because if you're looking at squad cost ratio, well, Galatasaray in Europe, so that's only 70% of their revenue, and in
See, they make Champions League every season, don't they? So they get that revenue, and then they've got investors who invest in that club. They've got a fantastic support as well. You know, I mean, their stadium. When you go there, you know you've been hit by a brick. You know, and they start pelting you. Like when we lost 3-2 there, they could have easily been 10-2, easily, right? So, I think he'll be a good addition, but Crew P and I. Do you know what? There's an Egyptian winger that I'd like to get. Ashore. I've been watching him. He's fabulous. He's got speed, technique. He scored yesterday as well for Egypt. Yeah, he'll be a good addition on the wing. But Osherman, if you're saying he's clumsy, at least he puts the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, I don't know where you gone, or Jose. Where are you gone? You lost transition. Marmouche, yeah, but he doesn't score a lot. Gakpo would be a very good. He's not really a number 9. He's more like a winger. Comes in, scores goals, but not prolific. He'll add 10 to 15 if you're lucky. But with the midfield play being so good, if we had another creative midfielder on top of Madders, that'd be fabulous because we'll have more options then. As Madders is coming back from a massive injury, you know, an ACL is hard to get that general fitness back. And we saw it in the last 3 games of the season. He was struggling a little bit, you know, to find his fitness. So let's see what he's done in pre-season, how he's looking. But I
so,
still think he can break down. So I think we need another, like I said, Jose, I think we need another goal-scoring midfielder because Tonali doesn't score a lot, nor does Hernandez.
yeah,
So I think we need another one just in case Madders breaks down. Yeah, well, and we can
yeah.
slowly introduce Madders back into the team, you know, give him a rest because we're only going to have one game a season, one game a week, sorry, in the season. So, yeah, I was saying
So the
about
thing is, though,
no one's really prolific out of all the ones we're after, apart from Osherman.
yeah, the thing is though is that what we don't know, and I'll be honest, I didn't know when they were coming back because of this World Cup. But it was nice that
Yeah,
Drula said that they're back next Friday, right? Um, but one, we hope that Madison has got stronger and will get stronger for because he came back towards the tail end of last season. So we're hoping that he'll be stronger for next season and gets a good pre-season under his belt. But also, you've got Deki Kulusevski.
I
Now,
know.
the
Oh,
fact that we're
God.
not linked with any right-sided players must mean, I think, right, must mean at the moment, De Zerbi and the people at Tottenham must be happy with the returning Kudos and the returning Kulusevski to
Yeah.
cover that right side because we've not been linked with any right-sided wingers, have we?
No, we haven't.
We've only been linked with left-sided wingers. So Leao, Savinho, the left-sided wingers, aren't they? So
Yeah, but
that,
Savinho can play on the right as well because he's done
yeah,
that for Man City.
yeah, but they can all play on the right because they're all right-footed players that play
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
left, and they're all
I,
left-footed players that play on the right.
I prefer Savinho on the right as well because he played like that when he played against us in the League Cup, and he was very good. And when he cuts in, because he's a winger that likes to go into midfield as well. He cuts across. I like that in a winger as well. I don't like wingers who just go for the byline, like Madueke. Yeah, I'm not impressed with him, right? But he's a winger that doesn't. He's not got versatility. He always wants to go down the line, and he rarely takes on his players as well. Yeah,
Yes.
so I like Savinho because he's brave. He will take on players.
Page says would you have Robbie at Spurs?
Not prolific, strong, hard-working. I don't know. I don't think he's got all the quality that we need or the
Do you think?
goals.
Do you think he was being like Sunderland played a certain way of football, right? And
Yeah,
kudos to Sunderland, mate. God, they've done really well. They've qualified for Europe, and that they've done
yeah.
absolutely brilliant. Probably one of the teams I can't recall any team coming up from the Championship and finishing as high as what they did in their first season. They absolutely
Yeah.
flew it. Like,
They've got a really good manager, the French lad. And is his
yeah,
name Lebris? Yeah, he's a
yeah.
really good manager.
But with Robbie, I don't feel that the way Sunderland played. I think Sunderland played in such a style that they didn't want to get beat heavily to start
Yeah,
with, but then they just didn't want to get beat. And I'm not sure whether they fed the beast or fed Robbie, because Robbie didn't start. Up front, it was Wilson Isidore from Curacao or Haiti, or wherever he's from. He was the one that was starting for them. Number 18 he was for Sunderland. And he started up front. So Robbie weren't getting a look in to start with. Robbie seemed to have got a look in the second half of the season. And when he did, Robbie
yeah,
started scoring goals. Because he didn't
yeah.
get a look in the first half of the season. It was Wilson Isidore that played up front for him.
Yeah,
So,
he scored the equalising goal at White Hart Lane, didn't he, Robbie?
yeah,
I'm not sure about him. I think he's a good striker, but I just don't think he scores enough. Like you said, that maybe they didn't play to his strengths.
yeah,
Um, I think he's a bit heavy as well. Maybe he needs to lose a few poundage. It's a bit heavy because Lukaku's like that as well, isn't he? But Lukaku's had a really good, solid goal scoring career. Yeah, wherever he's been. I don't know. It's a bit of a risk. I want to get someone who's more proven.
yeah. David Shear says looking slim, Jose, and tanned. At least someone apart from my wife's noticed it anyway. Shemtown
I'll be
says don't.
tanned in September when I go Cyprus. Come on.
Shemtown says don't apologise. They are a bunch of crooks. um,
So are the
even
Greeks.
Shemtown says even the refs are crooks.
Yeah. And the same in Cyprus. I mean, the refs get pelted with bricks because they think they're corrupt.
That's nice, isn't it? Rob says, I'm sure that Solanke stays that if Solanke stays fit under reserve with upgrades in midfield and the flanks, he'll reach numbers seen at Bournemouth when he had the likes of Semenyo supporting him. Well, that's what you hope, Rob, because we've all been saying, yeah, he will score goals under Frank, he will score goals under Ange. We've said he'll score goals under everyone, and it just hasn't. It
No,
just hasn't happened. So,
he's
but
not.
as a Tottenham supporter, we want it to happen. We all do. We all want it to happen. We
He
want our
just
number
hasn't
9.
got that killer instinct, has he? I think he's too nice. He's too nice. You know, like the strikers, they put themselves to bat and they've got that shithousery. Like Richarlison, he's got shithousery. He's shit, but he's got shithousery, right? But he's even scored more than Solanke. So
Yeah,
when I say get rid of Richie rather than I'll get rid of both of them. But if you're going on just goals alone, he's had a better career, Richarlison, in terms of goals scored in the season. He's not that much better, but he is better in terms of goals. It's just
yeah.
his overall play.
You've got come on, you Spurs 1882 says Mamouche. Would you take Mamouche?
Mamouche is very technical. He doesn't score a lot of goals. I think he
Okay,
scored
so
7.
okay, so for me, Krupi and Mamouche play in the same position. They're the same type of players. Mamouche is not an out and out
Yeah,
nine. So for me, Mamouche and Krupi are similar. Who are you taking,
yeah.
Els? Krupi or Mamouche?
Krupi. I'll take Krupi because he scores more, right? And technically fabulous. His movement is absolutely himself to be in the position to score. He's a very intelligent footballer. He's French, isn't he? I thought he was Brazilian, but it's Rayan who's a Brazilian as
Yeah,
well.
Rans was 19
Yeah,
Brazilian. Yeah.
he's a very good player as well. That Rayan, he's very technical and brilliant. Yeah, so I would take Krupi just on the fact that Marmouche didn't get that much game time at Man City, there was always something missing with him, with Pep. Yeah, and he preferred Cherky and he preferred other front players to him. Yeah, but no doubt he's a good technical player. But I would take Groupie just on the potential in him, right? Well, to tell you the truth, I'd have both, but because they're so similar, no. If I had to choose, I'd go for Groupie.
Yeah. Okay. Do
Yeah,
you know what? I'm going to say. Let's ask the chat. Chat.
yeah.
Kroupy or Mamouche? Who you having? Kroupy or Mamouche? If Tottenham had to
Interested to see
sign
this.
out of these two, and I'm going to put another one forward as well. Are you going for Kroupy or Mamouche?
Yeah. Who are you going for, Jose?
Kroupy.
Yeah, same here.
Kroupy for
I
me.
just think he's got more potential. He scores more, right? And his movement off the ball, and he doesn't tire. Yeah,
But
I've
then,
seen
but
Marmouche tire in games.
no, Amin. Let's do this properly. It's Kroupy or Mamouche we're talking about. We're not asking for Osimhen. I'm asking you in the chat. Would you go for Kroupy or Mamouche?
Yeah, you got
That's
to
what I'm
choose
asking.
one.
Yeah, one of them, please. Just one. Kroupy or Mamouche. And let's not
Yeah,
have the hard lads saying I'll have both. Because yes, we'd all like to have both, but it's
yeah.
one or the other. Let me see what people are
Crew
saying.
Moosh. I like Champagne. Crew Moosh. Oh dear. Croupy, yes, go on, Thomas. I just like him. He's such a brilliant footballer. Technically gifted. The French
Right.
footballers, right? French footballers, when they come to England, they're either fantastic or they fall by the wayside. Like you've
Right.
got the
So
Arsenal French boys, they were fantastic. All of them.
Ellie, Ellie and myself have both said Kroupy.
Um,
Graham says Kroupy. Joe Beasley says Kroupy's got 13 Premiership goals. Mamouche has 3. Plus Kroupy's a different beast to Mamouche.
yeah.
Shemtam, I think Shemtam has been eating. He's either smoking
He wants his cake
the
and eat
he's either smoking it and having a coffee
it.
this
Yeah.
morning. Krumouche. Rodney says Mamouche. Steve says Kroupy. He suits the system. Thomas is going for Kroupy.
Come on.
Amin still hasn't got it and he's got someone totally different to
Okay.
Stephen Maunder says Kroupy as well. So the majority have gone for Kroupy.
Croupy.
So
Yeah.
my next question is, if you could only, Corey's gone for Kroupy as well. Right,
Go on,
if you can only
Corey.
have one left winger, not both, but we can only buy one. Right, is it Savinho or Leao?
Savinho for me. It's more consistent, right? And he's played in the Prem and he's proved himself up to a point. He went to Girona, I think, if I'm right.
Yeah, he only had one good season at Girona.
Yeah.
What
But he had
break
a
up
very
season?
good season.
One
And
break up.
and then he was up against a lot of more established wingers, yeah. And he found it difficult to break into the team. But I think he's got a point to prove. Yeah, and I think he'd be raring to go for us. And I've heard reports on Liao that he's very inconsistent, right? And yeah, I prefer Savinho. I love him. His movement
So,
as well.
so
It fit
a
him
couple of
just lovely with Croupy.
I've only got a couple of people who've come in, but I want more people. Is it if you can only sign one? Are you signing Leao or are you signing Savinho? You can only sign one of them. The same as what we did with Kroupy or
Yeah,
Mamouche. Is it Leao or Savinho? Who do you want?
yeah,
Super Carlos, I'm with you as well, but it's not really part of the game. The game is you can only take one. If you can only take one, who is it?
yeah.
I know who I'm picking. I'm going Leao all day long.
Right.
All day long.
Okay. Fair enough.
Leao. If you get the Leao, right?
Fair enough.
If you get the Leao that played the other night for Portugal,
He was brilliant.
he will
Yeah,
scare
he
the
was.
life out of absolutely everybody. If you've got Leao running down one wing and Kudos down the other, you've got. And the thing, he's a beast. He's so he's so big. He's a big lad as well.
He's stronger
He's a
than
big lad.
Savinho, just put it that way.
Yeah.
But I just feel, for me, Savinho's got a point to prove, right? And he'll be raring to go to prove it, because he had little opportunity in that last season with Pep, because he also bought Semenyo, which put the dampers, and then he's got Doku on the other side, and he had Grealish, but Grealish was injured. But I just think he's got a point to prove, and I like Savinho. I like the way he moves, the speed, technical skill. Yeah, for me, he's my boy. Let's see what the chat says.
Sorry. So through the chat, we've got. Let me go back up and have a look. So, Mazzolaro says Krupi, Leao, Loan, and Mamouche. So he's the whole world. Steve Morton says Savinho because he doesn't trust Leao. Corey says Krupi. I will
Right?
tell you why. But him and Mamouche are playing the same position. JR has the better movement and the better vision. Steve Combo
Yeah.
says Savinho. I really don't rate Leao, and I watch a lot of Serie A and B games. Fair enough. Super
There you go.
Carlos says, let's sign them all. I'm here for it. Mate, open checkbook. Open checkbook, mate. I'm with you, Carlos. I will sign absolutely everybody if it improves my Tottenham Hotspur. Paige says, I've seen Leao on a weekly basis for Milan. Perhaps a new environment will do wonders. But at Milan, he was not all that. The Preacher says Savinho. Rob Belcher. So Rob says Krupi for me. I think Osman might throw his toys out of the pram if things don't go his way. Graham says Savinho has already played in the Prem. Thomas is going for Leao. Super Carlos says Leao for me. Rob Belcher. So Rob says Savinho. Steve Combo says Leao is the Portuguese Rashford who hasn't proved potential. Rashford is someone we've not mentioned in Tottenham have been
I
linked.
know. He's a funny player, Rashford.
And then you've got, Corey says Savinho, simple. His breakout season in Spain was, stunning. First season at City, second behind Silva for progressive passes. Second in ball carrying, not bad for your first year in the Prem. The Preacher says, and Savinho wants to come.
Yeah,
Joe
and he wants
Beasley
to
says,
do that again. He wants to prove himself, like I said.
And Joe Beasley says, I've watched Leao and he's really, really streaky. Makes Rashford look consistent. Shemtown says, stick Queen Ellie in the midfield. She'll sort them all out. Musa Dembele style.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Mazzalara says, I'd be happy with any who stepped through the door. And the Aussie Spur TV says, Leao for me would be a better example for Tell to follow as well. So you've got quite a few different people across the board
It's
there.
about 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe
Richard
slightly
Davis.
Savinho.
Richard Davis earlier says Krupi, Goetz, and another. I'm catching up with the chat that I've missed because we've gone straight onto this. Shemtown says Jose said Turkey are crooks, and they took him out. Paige says move to the Prem is not on the cards for Goetz at the moment. He needs more time. Ghost London earlier said Morgan Gibbs White would be a great signing. Also adds goals to the attack.
Yeah.
Come on, Spurs. Earlier said Fernandes, Tonali, Morgan Gibbs White sat behind Ivan Toney. Wow, what a front four. The thing is these are not dreams anymore because Tottenham are actually spending money. So this is not like the fantasy world. We actually got money to spend. Let me see what else we got. Come on, Spurs 1882 again says Matty Kazzi from Seville is a good number 9. Let's see what we've got. Graham says Brobby had a good season. Need to see him do it again. Shemtam says she outscored Brobby last season. That says it all. Graham says, dare I say it, the team we're building, imagine Kane back up front.
Yeah, it would be lovely, wouldn't it? But I don't think it's
Stephen
happening.
Maunda says Brahim Diaz would be a great addition, could cover all front three positions, and Madrid may be up to selling. Yeah, it's quite weird because now that Mourinho's gone there, I'm hearing a lot of different shaky stories about Mourinho wants to revamp the squad as well, and he wants to let
Yeah.
some players go.
And
Super
did I
Carlos,
hear?
so
I'm sure I heard PSG were going to offer Gonzalo Ramos. I'm sure that there was reports
who
that they might. Is it Gonzalo Ramos, the one who scored
from
the?
PSG? From
Yeah.
PSG, he's going to Milan.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, AC
Super
Milan
Carlos,
or Inter Milan?
AC.
Okay.
Super Carlos says, Jose and Enic, it's been far too long. How the hell are you back? Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. We're
Yeah.
catching up. I'm catching up with what I missed earlier. Mazzolaro, look at that. Greetings from Cyprus to all you. Come on, you Spurs. Good
Yeah.
afternoon and greetings back to you in Cyprus, Mazzolaro. Super Carlos says, keep Solanke. And the midfield fit Solanke will score over 20 goals a season. This is what we hope. This is what we hope. I think I've caught up with what we were saying. Here we go. The Preacher. Right. Steve Combo. Now that I've caught up, Steve Combo says, Ellie, one big name that hasn't been mentioned this summer, Nico Williams. 90 million rescores. Do you know what? I don't know what's happening because obviously I've got feet in both camps, so I watch Spain as well. And Nico's not starting for Spain. They're
No, it's
preferring to
not.
play other players in front of Nico. But when they won the Euros, it was Nico and Lamau on the wings.
Yeah.
But they're not playing. They're not playing Nico,
They're not
so I
playing
don't know
him.
what.
Is he carrying an
Nah,
injury? Maybe.
I don't think so because I think he might have been at the start of the competition. But you're
Yeah.
4 games in. You're 4 games in deep in now. So he's under training. He's played some games, but he's not
Yeah.
starting. He's
You
not
think you'd give
starting
him
the
some
games.
minutes, wouldn't you?
Yeah. The Preacher says, I've seen some highlights of Savinho and he's brilliant. He knew Pep didn't want him, so he switched off.
Yeah. I've
You
been
have
impressed with
got.
Spain. Spain are playing really well.
Dan says Nico Williams is injured and out of the World Cup. He was on the subs bench the other day. He was
Yeah,
on the
he
subs bench.
was.
Didn't get on.
Yeah. What is he injured?
Steve,
Is he injured himself now and he's out of the World Cup just
I was going to
recently?
say he was on the subs bench the other day.
Yeah.
Steve says the hidden diamond on the left is Abdi Ezzalzouli. Getting injured just before the World Cup has kept eyes away from his unbelievable talents. Yeah, I've heard Ezzalzouli and also Nusa. They're talking about Nusa as well being another
Yeah.
chap
He's the one who failed the medical when we were
at
after
Brentford
him, didn't
and has
he?
only gone and smashed it at Leipzig on one wing and Diamonde on the other.
I think he failed the medical and then then he found. I think Brentford were going to buy him, but I think he failed the medical there as well. I think it's his back.
It's interesting that Leipzig didn't finish higher than what they did, and you've got Leao on one side, and you've got Nusa on one side and Diamanda on the other. That
Yeah.
is some potent wing play that you've got there. Look who's here. We've got Dan Coys. Dan, I hope you're well, Dan. Nice to
Hey.
see you, mate. Dan, I'm going to ask you the question I've asked others because you've probably missed it, right? If you can only pick one of, Dan, Krupi or Mamouche, for those that haven't taken part, you can't pick both. You can only have one.
Just one.
Krupi or Mamouche, who are you going for? Krupi or Mamouche, if you can only have one.
I
And
told
anyone that
you that
hasn't done this,
Ashore of Egypt is a bloody good player. I've been
who?
watching him. Ashore. He plays on the right wing. He's fabulous. He's got pace to burn. He's technical. He's skillful. He dribbles. He's not scared to take his man on. Right, and he scored yesterday as well. Very good player.
Kate Ritson would take Krupi over Mamouche.
Yeah,
And
well done, Kate.
Archer's taking Krupi over Mamouche.
Yes, Krupi.
Anyone else want to have a go? If you've got a choice of 2 players out of Mamouche and Krupi, who do you take? I think Krupi's won this.
Yeah, because he's got more potential and he scores more, and he's just more technically gifted in my book. He's deaf. You got. I'm going to send you that video where he controls it, deft touch, and he does one movement, Jose, where the ball goes over his head, and he actually catches it with the back of his feet and flicks it over his head, and then whacks it in the goal. Fabulous. I said that it gave me Berbatov vibes because Berbatov, I've never seen another footballer apart from Glenn Hoddle who's had that deft touch. You know, in terms of who I've seen at Spurs. Yeah?
You've
Not
got
other players abroad, because there's many players who can do it.
Joe Beasley's coming with Krupi as well.
Yes.
The preacher says Krupi for me, Tel. The channel's called El Tel Cockerel, but if you really want to call me Jose, you're more than welcome to do so.
He's calling you Tel.
Yeah, but everyone calls me Tel.
It's like Terry Venables.
Everyone calls me El Tel. Right, there's 41 nights. Yeah. We need another night to get to 50. Please like and share, people. It all helps. It all helps. Right, for those that didn't take part earlier, the second question that I posed for everyone was, if the left wing, you can only have one player, is it Savinho or Leao? Who would you have as your left winger if we can only buy one? On all of these, the caveat is I'd love to buy them all, right? And so would Ellie. We'd love to buy them all.
Yeah.
We'd like to refit our squad in one summer window. Yeah. We want to refit our squad in one summer window. We all want that. But if you can only pick one player for the left wing, do you take Savinho or do you take Leao? That's what I'm asking the chat. Savinho or Leao? So Krupi has trumped Mamouche. Savinho or Leao? Ellie, you were saying you thought it was 50-50 earlier, didn't you? Or do you think it was slightly more 50?
It was about 50-50, wasn't it? Maybe
slightly
Savinho.
Slightly Savinho. So I would say 60-40 Savinho.
Yeah.
Right. Archer, I think you might have played this before, but Archer's come in and said Savinho. And I think Archer might have said Savinho earlier. Savinho or Leao, you can only buy one player. Or say we can only buy one player. They're saying that we've only got enough money left in the coffers for the one left winger. Is it Savinho or Leao that you are bringing in? Adam's here. Hello, Adam. Nice to see you, mate. Adam Paul Galifka. I love the name. Says, hello, guys. I hope all is well. I hope you're well, Adam. I hope you're well. Kate Rickson would take Leao. Mr. Rodriguez, Tony. I hope you're well, sir, out in Sweden. I hope you're well, mate. Tony says he would take Leao. Tony, well, I asked the question as well earlier, mate. If you could only take out of Krupi or Mamouche, because you only had money for one of them, would it be Krupi or Mamouche for you, Tony? It's interesting. Tony's gone Leao. Kate Rickson's gone Leao. And I think Archer did play earlier. So I think the Leao Savinho one might be evens now.
It might be evens, yeah.
There's two people going for Leao.
Just shows you.
The preacher says, Leao might end up like a Moani signing. It's risky, but these big players plus their hunger factor. Unique. Good morning. Good afternoon to you, Unique. Says, probably Savinho, Premier League experience, and he's a bit younger. Okay, I understand that, Unique. But then who would you take? Who would you take if I'm offering you only one striker out of Krupi and Mamouche, Unique? Who are you taking? Graham says it's 47 likes. Is it? So we need another 3 people. We need another 3 likes to get to 50. Tony says, Leo is big, strong, fast and can score. Tony, I said this earlier. I said for me, I'd rather have Leao and Leao down one side and Kudos down the other. God, that'd be fear factor. And they're both really ultra strong players. And they're both really quick. NS Sports. I feel that I know this person. Says hi. And then also says big up Jose and Ellie. Good afternoon. Tony would go for Krupi. Adam says, I would love Mamouche, but Krupi will become a superstar. I'm sure of it. So it has to be him. So at the moment, Krupi seems to have won the number 9 role. Krupi seems to have trumped Mamouche.
Yeah.
Uh, Adam's gone for Liao as well. Look,
Yeah,
Adam's gone
it's
for
like
Liao as well.
very close.
Well, I don't know. I think
I
the
think
Liao
Liao
might
might
have
have gone
trumped
in
it.
slightly in the lead.
Unic's then saying Liao looks powerful, but playing in Serie A can be misleading. Lack of interest in him seems odd for a player who is available. But who did Unique go for earlier? Savina. Right, who's this? I know. I'm sure I recognise this person. NSS Sports TV.
That's Nippon.
Nippon. I knew. I thought
Yeah,
I knew the
yeah.
person. Nippon. Good afternoon, sir. I hope
But
you are well. I hope you're well. We've reached 53 likes. Graham, thank you very much for letting me know. Steve says he would go for Croupy. I think Croupy's won it hands down.
Rupi,
I think
yeah,
it,
100%.
it looks like the Croupy factor over Mamouche
Such a good
has won it
player.
hands down.
Yeah.
Oh, who else we got? Sorry, it's back up again. You've
I
got
see Marmouche more like an attacking midfielder, more or just behind the main striker, but I think he's better as an attacking midfielder.
Ellie. Do you want to answer this to Nippon for me, or shall I
Yeah,
just
go
answer
on.
it?
What does
Jose,
it say? Because I can't read
Jose,
it.
Jose, are you confident against Portugal?
Oh, well, yeah, I think Spain have got more than Portugal. Yeah, in all areas as well. Defensively, midfield, attack. I think Spain are stronger. Yeah, even though Portugal did win is it the nations, European
Yeah,
nations
but
against
that's
Spain?
2 years. Well, that's
I just think Spain have got that extra bit.
it's a walkover.
Yeah,
Simple Nippon, it's a walkover. I watched Portugal, right? The surprising thing for me is you've got Portugal team that's got Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes in their midfield. And they stank the game out. Colombia should have murdered them in the last group game. And Croatia in the second half absolutely battered them.
they battered
Battered
them. I
them.
know.
Battered them completely in the second half.
Yeah,
And the better team lost that game between Portugal and
yeah,
Croatia.
100%. I
And
watched that full game.
and Spain, where they've got an aging Bernardo Silva to come off the bench for their midfield. Spain
Yeah,
just have them. It's like they've got the rolling stock in there. If they haven't got, so who starts for Spain? Rodri, Pedri, and Olmo. And if that ain't good
yeah.
enough, okay, then we'll bring on Gavi.
Well, that's
We'll bring,
about
we'll bring on Gavi. We'll
fantastic.
bring on Zubamendi. You know, the
Yeah.
players just roll
You
off.
just got more. You got Marino as
Yeah,
well.
Marino. It's a
Yeah,
roll
he
off,
can play as a
roll on.
false nine or a midfielder.
I,
I just think
I
you've got more. You've got
yeah,
more. You should win the game.
I fear nothing, nothing
Yeah.
whatsoever for Spain at all.
The
Spain's
only
for
ones
me.
that I've seen who've been playing well, right? Maybe not as well overall as Spain. I think is France, right? They're your main. They're your main rivals because I don't think England have got enough. Egypt, no.
Yeah, I
Colombia,
think
no.
it's. In all honesty, right? You're asking me the question. And I sit on the fence because I support both England and Spain because I've got family that's Spanish and I've got
Yeah,
family that's English. So I've got two sides, two families. I've got my Spanish family and my English family. So I sit on the fence. So when we played England in the final of the Euros and Spain beat England 2-1, people were asking me, even Nelly, you were asking me, who do you
yeah,
support? I said, I don't have to support anyone. I win either way because
yeah. You do.
one on the side of the family is going to be happy and the other's going to be sad.
Yeah,
So what you've got to do is you've got to rejoice with the winning side of the family, and then you've got to pick up the ones on the losing side of the family. And
yeah,
I'll have to do the same again. But for me at the moment, looking at this World Cup, even before it started, for me, it's for Spain. It's Spain's to lose. And I'm including your
yeah.
Frances,
True.
your Brazils, your Englands, your Argentinas, your Colombians. It's for Spain to lose. Spain will lose that World Cup if they want to lose it. If they want to win it, they'll win it. Simple.
You've got
That's it.
you've got more players in key positions who are superior, yeah, and you're not even hit full throttle yet. When you come
I'm,
up against Portugal, that's when you're going to face a more challenging team to beat. So you're going to step up your game even more. And then, is it right that you might meet France in the final? Is that your path,
semi-final. No,
or do you
semi-final.
meet them in the semi final? So that is going to be a wicked game.
France,
If
France,
it prevails for France, France
France
will
are in the
get through. They
France are in
will,
the
and
top.
so will you.
So it's France versus Paraguay today, and it's Canada
Yeah,
versus Morocco.
yeah.
The winners of the two games today will meet each other in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and then the winners of that will play. If you get to that semi final, you'll play.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no, we will get to semi-final. We
yeah. Of
will get to
course you
semi-final.
will. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Spain play. I'm trying to figure out who Spain now play, because Spain's game is on Monday. So
Aren't
Spain
you
will play
playing
the winners.
Egypt?
Spain play the winners of
You're
USA.
playing Egypt.
No, Spain play the winners of USA Belgium.
Oh, I thought you were playing Egypt.
Nah,
Oh
Argentina
no,
Egypt.
no, it's Paul. Right, so
Argentina Egypt
you're
play the winners of Switzerland Colombia.
Argentina. That's it, because they were saying Messi versus Salah.
Yeah, Argentina and Colombia got a potential meeting for the quarterfinal.
Yeah, yeah. Colombia are not a bad side, but they haven't got enough.
I thought Colombia looked really, really good until yesterday.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
against Ghana, I thought they looked really
They
good in this
struggled, didn't
competition.
they?
And yesterday they struggled against Ghana, I
See,
thought.
Ghana, they played well against England. They deserved to win that game in a lot of ways because they had a surefire penalty that they didn't give. That
Yeah.
was 100% a penalty because he took him out from the back. I don't know how they didn't give that, but I'm glad they didn't because obviously I'm rooting for England, right? But Ghana are a tough cookie. Yeah, they're not easy to. They set up really well and they're disciplined. Yeah, and they've got strong lads in their team. So I wasn't surprised that Colombia struggled. Yeah, but
Unique is say
we've got to play
sorry.
Mexico, haven't we?
They're not the best team. If you
What,
can't
Mexico?
handle if you can't handle a 35-year-old Raul Jimenez, right, then you got problems. That's all I'm
I
gonna say.
remember, I remember when we played Wolves and they beat us 2-0, right? And Jimenez scored. I think he scored the second goal,
Was he
right? And I
35
was,
years old?
yeah, he's 35 now. I think he was
No, was he
32 then.
okay, but he's 35 now, Ellie.
It was when Lloris was in goal and he parried the ball and he was rubbish, right? But yeah, see, Mexico, I think they've only lost twice, they said, in the Azteca in 88 games. Is that correct?
Yeah, but you've got to
So,
remember that a lot of their matches that they play against are in the CONCACAF, aren't they? So
yeah,
they're
of
playing
course.
your
They're not playing the
Panamas.
top European
No,
teams.
so a lot of their games would be a CONCACAF because that's their qualifying zone, isn't it? So it's the
Yeah,
CONCACAF that they're playing. At the end of the day, England England lose if they beat themselves.
yeah, I
On
get that.
football was never played on paper, but if it's footballing alone, the football should be England to win. Now, all I keep
Yeah,
hearing about England, and I really do like England. I really do. I think their squad is really, really good. But I think to myself, with England, all I get told is that when we meet a better team, we'll play better. When we meet a better team, we'll play better. Well, all I've got to say is from the evidence so far, apart from the Croatia game, second half, right? I'm waiting to see, and I hope England come up trumps when they meet better sides. That's all I've got to say because I haven't seen enough
yeah,
from England at the moment. Unique says, I may be way off, but if Solanke stays fit with a functioning team behind him, supplying, he'll score loads. This has been something, Unique, that a lot of people have been saying in the chat, and it's something that Ellie and I, who go to the matches, would like to see happen. But
yeah,
I did say earlier on, Unique, we heard this when he came and he was underage. We heard this under Thomas Frank. We've heard this under every manager so far. Yeah, but the system we're going to play is going to suit him, and we're going to give him the ammunition, and he'll fire we'll give him the bullets, and he's going to fire the ammunition and get the goals. It's not happened so far, but yes, I hope it does happen. for the sake of Tottenham. Archer says,
Yeah.
I predicted Spain to win the World Cup before it started. I might be swayed more to France now, though. Archer, you're a traitor. Jack Spurs is here. Good afternoon, Jack. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you
Jack
back. Says good afternoon, people. Good afternoon, Jack. I hope you are well. Nippon is saying they're trying all the dirty tactics to put Mexico at an advantage. Yeah, last night I played football, as people know that I play football, and I played football last night. And when I came off the pitch last night, and it was about 9:30 in the evening, someone said, "Oh, they're putting the game back 6 hours for the Mexico game."
Yeah.
And I said, if they put it back 6 hours, England go out of the World Cup. Why? And I said, because that's like a midday kickoff in 35, 36, 37 degree heat in Mexico, which is not air conditioned. I said the English would wilt in that, especially with the altitude and the heat. They'll wilt in that. So you want the game to be on as late as possible. So do you know what? If you can keep it to the 1 o'clock in the morning English time kickoff, England got more chance. Jack's Spurs. Graham says, "At my age, I would give my right arm for a 35-year-old. I'm sorry, we are talking football." Ghost London says, "We don't play as a team. We look like a group of individuals." This is about England. Kate Rixham says, sell the job lot on our strikers are awful." Archer's laughing. Mazzalaro says, "Solanke is hardly ever stays fit." Jack Spears says, "What do people think about Mamouche to Tottenham?" Jack, I'm going to ask you the question, mate, because I've asked everyone else, so I might as well ask you as well. I asked the chat earlier, Jack, if you can have only one, you can't have both the players, you can only have one of these two players. Who are you buying? Are you buying Krupi or Mamouche? Corey says, "I don't see it with one good season, Dom. There is a reason why both Chelsea and Liverpool binned his arse when he was younger. Nearly 10 years as a pro, and he's only had one good season." Ghost London says, "Tuchel has mixed and matched the squad too much. We are not a fluid team." Enic says, "Before Solanke got injured, there were games where I felt he looked good. A lot of our players have performed way below their level, and I think it could be due to a mix and match lineups, maybe." And Tony is coming, and Tony says, "If we start the season with Solanke and Richie, I'm going to lose my shit." I don't think that's going to happen, Tony. I think at least one of them will be gone. Ghost London says, "If you look at France, Spain, Argentina, the majority of their players are mainstays and are used to playing with each other." Right, has Jack Spurs given me an answer? Mamouche due to his pace and he's good at free kicks. All right, Jack has gone on the Mamouche line. Jack, you are one of the smaller minority that's gone for Mamouche. The majority went for Krupi. Jack, I'm going to ask you another one, right, Jack? And the other one I'm going to ask you is if we can sign only one player, either Leao or Savinho, Jack, who are you taking? Leao or Savinho?
Yeah.
Enic says, "What about Lancashire getting a good chance?" Ellie, you want to take that?
Slow. I saw him live at QPR when I went. He's not for me. He's too slow. His movement, he's cumbersome. He can score, but I can score against those championship teams. Honestly, they're rubbish. But he played really bad against QPR. He was terrible, and they hooked him off around about 60 minutes. Right, he was playing that bad. But I know he scored 10 goals or 11 goals, but like I said, anybody can score that amount if you're half decent. But he's not the answer, honestly.
I think Lancashire, it's what do you do if you're playing one game a week, right? You're playing one game a week now, and do you need 3 nines? Because in all honesty, if Richie gets sold and you bring, let's say Richie only sell one of the two, Richie gets sold, you bring someone else in, well, you've got 2 number 9s there already. Lancashire becomes your third number 9. How much game time will Lancashire get for Tottenham in a season when you're only playing one game a week? It's difficult to see him getting any game time. So at the moment, it's kind of crazy because people are offering 20 million or supposedly, people are offered up to 20 million for Lancashire,
Yeah.
or Lancashire, should I say Lancashire. They've offered 20 million for him, and it's one of them ones. Will he become a Tottenham first team regular, or another one that's hardly played for the club? If you're going to get 20 bags for him, that's a lot of money, I would have thought. When you talk about speed, Kane never had speed, did he?
No, but he had movement and intelligence. Yeah, I don't see that in Lancashire.
But I get told, a lot of people say to me, Ellie, about, and I haven't seen Lancashire as much as you, because I know that your other half supports the team in the Championship, so
Yeah,
you would have got to see him.
I've been watching him.
But I get told that people say to me that he knows where he's got that instinct for where to be. Well, if he's got that instinct, why didn't he score many goals?
Yeah,
Is what my return
he's
is.
scored 11 goals. It's not a big return. I mean, even the worst strikers in that league scored just as many. Yeah, so no, he's not for me. He's just too cumbersome. And I don't know, there's something about him that I don't like. He's not, his movement is not good. He's not an intelligent forward. He stands behind his marker. When I was watching him against QPR, all he was doing is standing and hiding. Yeah, I don't like that. No, he's not. He's not going to be no Harry Kane. Just put it that way.
Right, so let's go back down from that. Ghoster says Croupy. Drula is back. Drula says Liao.
Hey, she's probably cooking
Liao.
for kids.
I think Liao's winning the argument, isn't he, for
Yeah,
that
Liao's
winger position.
winning.
Jack says Drula, Croupy or Mamouche. Jack Spurs says Liao because he's very tall and can do a kudos like ball control, and I like his ball carrying. There's another one for Liao.
Yeah,
Unique says I think the problem I have is I remember watching Kane for Norwich and thought he was too slow. That's what I was saying. Yeah, but there must have been something about Kane back then
yeah.
because he got
It's
given
just
a chance. The thing is, when you had more established strikers, we had Soldado, we had Adebayor, and we had Kane, and Kane was given the chance by Sherwood, where
yeah.
everybody and all our managers. So you've had Ange, Frank, and you can't say any more than Frank because the others that came in, he was still on loan, weren't he? But before Lancashire went on loan, Frank had a look at him. Frank didn't fancy him. Ange didn't fancy him. So therefore, if they both didn't fancy him, the difference is with Kane is that someone fancied Kane. Kane got the opportunity.
Yeah. When you think about it as well, Jose, if you've only got Richie and Solanke and they still don't fancy him over those two, there's something wrong, isn't there? And same with Dane Scarlett. He hasn't been given a chance, but I can see more in him than I can do with Lancashire because his movement is good and he's quite speedy and he's got intelligence, the boy, but he hasn't been given a look in. And again, over Richie and Solanke. So there must be something wrong
We've
with
got
their
names.
overall
We've
maybe
got names that we're
attitude as well. You don't know.
Yeah, we've got names that we're bringing up, Ellie. That these are the type of players that I said under no sentimentality. You know, at the end of
No.
the day, just we've got to trim that squad and
Yep.
bring whatever money you can in to help and aid the remainder of the transfer window. And you've named Lancashire, you've named Scarlett. There's a load of players that we can move on and that we need to because they're not going to make it. If they haven't made it by
No.
now, they're not going to make it going forward.
Have we
Rob's
sold Divine to Preston?
no,
Not yet.
no,
They're probably trying
because
to find the money.
others came in for him.
Yeah.
So Rob says Solanke only suffered injuries when he came to Spurs. We must spend big on a revamped medical team to look after our mega £1 million players. Agreed.
Yeah.
Nippon says, what are your predictions? Mexico versus England. England. Simple.
I
England.
think they just narrowly win, maybe 1-0 or 2-1, something like that. It won't be a high scoring game.
Corey says Kane is a respawn of Terry, no real pace, but football IQ so quick that speed isn't needed. The The preacher says, I heard De Zerbi wants Romero to stay. There may be trouble ahead.
See, what Teddy had as well was composure. When he gets the ball, he knows he's got a picture in his head where he's going to put the ball, and he's composed. Yeah. There's a lot of players that are not composed, like Pape Matar, for example. When he gets the ball, it's like a hot cake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Now, Solaro says, Savinho would flourish under Roberto De Zerbi's direct style of attacking. Krupi for Drula. I think Krupi won it hands down, Drula. More people went for Krupi than Mamouche. I think Leao has beaten the Savinho.
For Krupi.
Adam says, I have a feeling Lancashire was our next bit breakthrough star. I might be wrong. His off-the-ball movement in the box is unteachable. 12 goals a team who couldn't create much isn't awful, in my opinion. Amin says that Leao doesn't track back, so he won't fit in. So Rob says, my other team is Oxford, and Lancashire scored 11 goals in a team not good enough to stay up, says Sir Rob. Drula says that she was on the phone and that, sorry, Greeks can talk.
That is very true. Greek women.
Joe says, if we start the season with Sri Lanka Richie up front, it would be like putting brown sauce on top of Victoria sponge. Unique says,
that's disgusting.
Unique says, well, that's what he means, doesn't he?
Unique says, it's disgusting.
Using the Kane as the marker for fulfilling potential is probably naive on my part, but Kane didn't score loads on loan. What does concern me is if Kane was 21 at Spurs now, would he get a chance? Interesting. Don't know. Archer says we can thank Tim Sherwood for insisting on giving Kane a chance. Levy was ready to sell him for $5 million. You Kali, good afternoon, name I've not heard, says Krupi and Girassi.
Girassi. Is he the Dortmund striker, Girassi?
Yes. Yeah. Right, Drula says, what did we say? Drula, I said I would take Krupi and I would take Leao. Ellie said Krupi and Savinho.
Yeah. And Rayan. Let's have Rayan as well from Bournemouth.
And Bruno Guimaraes.
Wow.
Ghost London says, why would we do all this great work so far to have Richie and Solanke up front again this season? No. I think one of them will be out. Nippon says 2-1 to England after extra time. They don't want. They'd have no air left in their lungs if they went into extra time in English. Bloody hell. Tony says, trust me, Leao will track back under De Zerbi. I've got Tony. I'm with you. I'm in total agreement with you, mate. He would do. I think Leao would do what it takes. And you Cooley says Leao and Sorloth for him. Look, let me just say, right. Let me just add to it. While Daniel Levy was in charge, Ellie, George Mendes, the super agent, stayed away from Tottenham because he had a falling out with Levy. He stayed away from us for years, right? Yeah. However, he was the agent. Now that Levy's gone, he dealt with Tottenham for Matheus Fernandes. And whilst dealing with Matheus Fernandes for Tottenham, he's now offered Tottenham the chance to go for Leao. And reports are saying that instead of buying him outright, that AC Milan are prepared to loan him for one season with an obligation to buy. Now, loaning him would mean you don't have to put the outlay on transfer money. So, not having Mr. Levy at the helm has opened doors with people that wouldn't tend to deal with Tottenham. Yeah. So before, remember when I said, because the other thing, people in the chat, right? I said for ages that Levy put a lot of people noses out of joint because Levy went after the Saudis, didn't he? From Man City and all that. When they used to have the chairman meetings for the Premiership, he would veto and go after the Saudis. Yeah. And the Saudis have never done deals with Tottenham. Never. Because of Levy chasing them. However, let's look at it now. There's a young man by the name of Sir Ange Postecoglou. And I'm calling him Sir because he won us the trophy. Sir Ange Postecoglou has now gone to manage Al Nassr. Oh, no. In Saudi Arabia. Yeah. But that means that if he's at the helm, then he can pick the players that he wants to buy.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the Saudis would do it? Would he take Richarlison to Saudi for us?
Probably. Yeah, because he
There we
liked
go.
Richie, didn't he? Yeah. Do you imagine that? Richarlison and Ronaldo, right? All he'll do, Postecoglou, all he'll do is say to Ronaldo, just go forward, mate. Don't worry about your defence. Just go forward, Richie. Don't worry about the defence.
But it's interesting now that Daniel Levy's out of the way. It seems. I mean, if you believe everything, it's just weird that George Mendes stayed well away
Yeah,
from Levy because they had a falling out and wouldn't deal with Tottenham, and neither would the Saudis because of Levy. But now Levy's not in, and George Mendes has started dealing with us again. And
yeah.
now
It's good.
Agent Ange, Sir Agent Ange Postecoglou, who's our special Spurs agent, could do us a favour and could take some of our players over to Saudi. A bit like Chelsea. Do you remember Chelsea a few years ago? They got rid of
Yeah, yeah,
the Ivory Ghost goalkeeper, Mendy, and
yeah,
they got rid of that. They got rid of the centre back Koulibaly and
yeah.
N'Golo Kante. All of a sudden, all these big earners at Chelsea, they came off the
Gone.
books and they were all bought for like £5 million or £10 million or stupid money. Pedro Neto was bought by a Saudi club, weren't he? Or
Yeah.
something like that. Someone like that was bought by a Saudi club. And you think to yourself, how have Chelsea managed to get all this money in from the Saudi clubs? Well, with Sir Agent Ange Postecoglou on the phone, we might get
And
rid of some of our.
Postecoglou. Do
We might
you
get
know
rid of
what
some
makes
of
me
our
laugh
players.
about Adge? Do you know when he had that interview on Overlap, and he said there's everywhere there's plastered to dare is to do, to dare is to do, and they don't dare and they don't do, right? And then I'm thinking when he goes to Al Nasir, his first pitch will be we're daring and we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know
So
imagine
so
that?
yeah. So it's something to think about for people. I'm just going to say it's something there to think about because yes, Agent Sir Ange Postecoglou might be able to take some of our dredges back
Yeah,
to Saudi.
yeah,
Unique says Krupi looks the part and he's very young. So Unique is Krupi through and through because that's about the 8th comment on Krupi for him. So
he's
Rob says,
fantastic.
we'll know for sure who the Zerbi rates when the window shuts. Then a few months into the season, we can adjust our thoughts on the players. Uh,
Mm,
Ion Pukatsu, nice name. Nice to see you. Good afternoon. It's a new
yeah,
name. So Krupi and Yildiz for me. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you
Do
do.
you know what? I'm going to do what everyone else does because I don't do it. I'm going to say like the stream. I will say like the stream because it all helps. Liking the stream gets it out there. And I'm one of the small channels. So it does help. Although I'm a small channel, it does help. I've got a big heart, but it does help. I'm a small channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed, yeah, I'm on the road to 2,000
Come on.
or something. Or
And
on the
just
road to
share the link as
1,700.
well, guys. Share the link with your friends and ask them to subscribe and just
Yeah,
say
so you
it's
haven't
free to help
yeah.
out a friend.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe as well. It'd be helpful as well. But yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that. That's the jargon out of the way. It's just that I see a lot of names here that I've not usually seen. So if they were to subscribe, it'd be helpful immensely. Mazzolaro says, "Who's Sorloth?"
Sorloth
Sorloth
played for
played.
PSG.
No, Sorloth is Atletico Madrid.
No, Real Madrid, sorry.
Atletico Madrid.
Atlet-
Norwegian
yeah,
striker
I've got
plays up front with
getting it
Haaland.
wrong. Atletico Madrid, yeah, because I saw him play at Arsenal Stadium. Got mixed up
Um,
there.
and people
You know
say
what
Ghost
put me
London
off
says,
there? Right, I've got my window open, Jose, and loads of pigeons have flown right by the window. And I'm thinking, because we're slating Richie, telling him he has to go to Saudi Arabia, they're going, woo
they're probably having a
woo.
they're probably having a wedding. They're probably having
Yeah,
a wedding.
they're having a party.
Ghost London says, and people say Levy wasn't the problem. Laughing emoji. Drula says we had an offer from Fenerbahce for Richie, so it looks like he's on his way out.
Yeah,
Unique says Fenerbahce have approached for Richie. Apparently, we need a hard-working
with
winger
a bache. They're a
who
good
will
Turkish
help
team.
get him back. Hard to find. Um, Gissery and Sorloth for less than 30 minutes, says Yuli Cali. Cheap price for two. Enic says Levy was disliked by all he dealt with, I suspect, limiting our ability to get the types of player that we would go for.
Where's
Nippon,
Alvarez going to?
he hasn't got nowhere at the moment.
Who's bid for him? I know Arsenal have put their £5 worth in.
If Alvarez was to leave, I'd say that Alvarez goes to Spain, stays
Yeah, I
with
think
Spain, and it'd be either Real
Barcelona
or
or Real
Barca.
Madrid.
Yeah, one
Probably
of them two.
Barcelona.
Yeah, I don't think he'd come to Arsenal.
No. Give that one a miss.
Then you've got Nippon for you says, I see Sandro Tonali as your new favourite player, really.
Yeah, I love him. He's not my new favourite player. I've loved him for a long while, right? But he never came to Spurs. He went to Newcastle, the turncoat. But at
I've
least
heard that before.
he's seen sense now. He's seen sense.
I love you long time.
Yeah.
Drula flexing her 21-month membership badge. Thank you very much for your continued support, Drew. It says, good to see you back, Jose. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Drew. They're very kind of you. I did say, if someone watches this back on repeat, I did say, as soon as I come on, because I've not been on for a while, because I've got real life happens, you know. All it is the summer transfer window, and I can't be. I'm not one of these that can go every day, day in, day out, because the news is more or less the same. So I've left it and kept me powder dry. Come on with Ellie today because there was a reason for it. But with coming on with the lovely Ellie, it was really nice to see. I've also seen some really nice people in the chat who I've not seen for a while. And we've made some new friends in the chat as well, which is good to see as well. So, and yes, Mark says, did the redirect work? Yes, Mark, it did. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Didn't get the numbers that you get on your show, but I got some numbers today, which I'm happy about. Ghost London says, I thought the Saudi teams can only have a certain amount of foreign players in one team, and Ronaldo already plays up top. Yeah, Ghost, they can have more than one foreign player. They can have 3, 4, 5 foreign players, whatever the case may be. But they also move players along, and then that creates space for players to come in. Adam says, Levy could piss off a nun. The man was unbearable. Mendy was Senegalese. It doesn't matter where he's from. It was a skank that Chelsea did. You know the score. Is it Blue Water, Clear Water, whoever your company is? It was an absolute skank what you did with the Saudis and getting rid of your players and getting the money you did from them because they're not worth the money you got. Yuli says, Krupi 70 mil, Adeyemi 60 mil, and Sorloth 20 mil. And
I'll tell you, Jose, who I'd really love us to get is Ismail Assar. Now, he is a player that can score goals. He's fantastic. His work ethic is second to none. And he's such a good player. Strong, tenacious, can score goals, can create goals. He's fantastic. I wanted him when he was at Watford. I don't know what, because we were in for him and then it just went all quiet. And then bloody Crystal Palace get him, like they got Eze. When I was watching Eze at QPR, I'm thinking, go and get him. And then he goes to Crystal Palace.
But the Sarr player on the right.
Oh.
He plays out on the right,
doesn't he? Crystal Palace, but they're not a Spurs.
But doesn't Sarr play out on the right?
Yes, he does, but he's versatile as well. He can play behind the striker as well, like Kulu was doing.
Okay, Krupi or Sarr?
Oh right, no, I'd have both of them.
Well, if he can play across
because Krupi he can play anywhere, but Sarr he's not. So can Sarr.
Sarr can play behind the 9. It's
he
Krupi
can
or
play
Sarr.
a number 8. Sarr.
Okay.
He can do the 8 role. Okay. He can do a false 9.
Right. Krupi or Sarr? Only one.
Krupi or Sarr? I'd go for Sarr.
Okay, I think something's wrong with you. Krupi or Kudos?
I would really go for Sarr because he scores a lot of goals, right? And he's consistent.
Sarr or Kudos?
They're different players.
No, if he plays out on the right, Sarr or Kudos? You said he could play behind the 9, so Sarr or Kudos?
I'll go for Sarr.
Sarr over Kudos?
I love him. And I think he's a fabulous player.
You said he could play the 8 role. Tonali or Sarr?
I'd have to go for Tonali because
Really?
he's my favourite player
Okay.
ever.
Okay. Well, that you're
And
so you're saying
Sar's versatile.
okay. So
Sar's
you're saying we should
versatile
go. Let's not play
because he's
Kudos.
more proven as well. Than thing is, you can buy them both because they're different.
I think Saar flatters to deceive. To be honest, I think he's an in
Ah,
and out. I think he's an in and out
no,
merchant. But that's only
I
my opinion.
disagree. I disagree. I think he does. He doesn't flatter to deceive. I think he gives his all, and he's a very good technical player. Gets forward, supports, scores. He's got it all in his locker. When he was at Watford, he was a standout. Standout. Then he went to Palace, and he still kept up that goal scoring. Yeah, he gets about 8 to 12 goals in a season. We don't have that from midfield apart from Madison. And like Tonali doesn't do it, but I'd have Tonali over him because he's all round play and his intelligence on the ball. Right. But I would play him in a different role. I'd play him in that false nine, then I'd play Krupi as like off him, right? Because he can move quick, Krupi. But Saul would be a fabulous addition. I love him. I've always loved him as a player.
Mm.
And
Joe,
he done really well in the World Cup as well. Senegal
Joe
were
Beasley.
unlucky.
Joe Beasley says to you, Ellie, if there's pigeons at your window, at least it's not party.
There is. They go.
No, but he
One
says
of them
if there's
nearly
pigeons,
flew in
yeah, but he
because I got
says,
the window ones up wide
yeah, but
open.
his comment is if there is pigeons at your window, at least it's not party, meaning Thomas party,
Oh
right?
my God.
Anyway,
Keep away
Melton,
from him.
good afternoon. Melton says, big up all. Trust the process. We seem to have a plan at last. Sit back and enjoy. Rob, please, Ellie, right? Don't change your name to Tonali. You know what happened to PEH.
He was brilliant the first season and the second season. Højbjerg was brilliant for us, especially the first season under Jose. Flipping brilliant.
Jose, he was Portuguese.
Jose,
Right.
yeah, sorry.
Mazzolaro says, we need these new attackers before pre-season. Pre-season starts the 10th. But initially, pre-season, when you first go back, the first week is all about the running, in it, the tests and all the running. There's not much ball work that goes on. So people probably don't want to start the pre-season. They want to come in when you're on the ball and not doing the running and that. Ozzy Coy says, Yildiz is better. Drula says, Ismail
Not
Assar is
selling
linked
him
with
though.
Man United.
Who?
Ismail Assar is linked with Man United, says Drula.
Ah, flipping it. You
Archer,
see? Even Man United want him. That's how good he is.
Man United ain't spending no money. They've got nothing to spend. Archer says, Levy claims Spurs had their pants pulled down over Van Heckerdeal when Levy himself had his pants pulled down with Ndombele, Richarlison, Solanke, Brian Hill, not G. We must have had two Brians because that's Hill, not Hill. Archie Gray and Odegaard. The preacher says that he loves and died from Everton.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like
Archer
him
says,
as well.
and Matisse Tell when he's referring. Right, Ghost London says that Jose, he's talking about Al Nassr, says Jose, they already have Ronaldo, João Felix, Sadio Mane, Kingsley Coman, John Duran, and Simican. I can't see them wanting Richie. Like I said earlier, Ghost, what happens is they can have foreign players, but they end up trading, they end up selling players as well. Some of these players that you're looking at here, I'd say maybe a Kingsley Coman, maybe João Felix, possibly even John Duran, and maybe Simican. Some of these players will want to come back and play in Europe. So at the end of the day, and they may play for another Saudi club. It all depends who's got the yayo at the end of the day. So there's always room for players to be taken out to Saudi. I'm just saying, we've got our special agent, Sir Ange Postecoglou, now in Saudi. And if we want the Saudis to start doing business with us, Angie's your man. Ozzy's laughing at me, says tell with laughing emoji.
There's
Graham,
a Greek
Graham says,
striker as well, Solis. He's very good.
the one that plays it in Belgium.
Yeah, in Bruges, I think he plays.
Yeah, he plays out in Belgium. Graham
Yeah.
says, swap Saar for Saar.
Yeah.
It
It's
took
mainly
Ellie a couple
far.
of... It took Ellie, I think there's a delay in me talking and Ellie reacting because Ellie reacted quite late to that one. Saar
Yeah,
for Saar.
maybe. I'm doing the
Uh,
late year.
Hugh Cally says, Saar, Krupi, Sorloth and Grissery. Listen, we'd buy them all. We're saying here, for our beloved club, we would buy anything and everything. Look, at the end of the day, Tottenham, we want our team to do well. Yeah, at the end of the day,
Mm.
we want. We're happy with the way the window started. We're happy that we're spending money. We're happy that we're going in early. Doesn't matter what we're paying.
Yeah.
We're happy that we're paying the wages and that. It's the start of a process. Yes, no one's going to get their process done in one window. You look at Arsenal, it's taken them 14 windows. It's taken them 7 seasons, right? But I don't recall, unless someone in the chat can tell me better, I don't recall anybody reshaping their squad, going in as fast and as hard in one window as Tottenham are doing.
No.
People have done it in consecutive windows and gone for players and built like that. But we're going to start the build. We've gone in hard and fast in this first window, and it still hasn't finished. Right, the window's still got 2 months to go. So that for us is good to see. Yeah, like everybody, if we could revamp and have our fantasy squad with all the players that we're talking about now, and we could have them all. Of course, we'll have them all because we want to see our beloved Tottenham do well. I, for one, I know you are as well, looking forward to going to the stadium because what I haven't told everyone is I renewed my season ticket, so I will be there. I will be there.
West Ham.
I don't know what seat I've got yet because I asked for 2 seats. I asked to change seats for lower in the West Stand, so I don't have to climb up as much.
Yeah.
And
Up
I
in the
was debating
rafters.
whether to go and join Lubo in 503.
Yeah, good
But there
idea.
wasn't. The seats in 503, I didn't like the seats in 503. But I know that I've got my season ticket. I know it's been secured, but they haven't told me what my seat number is yet. So I'm yet to find that out. But I'm looking forward to the football next season.
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to be
I'm,
free-flowing football, isn't it?
I've
Bloody
just said
hell.
to people, like, share, and subscribe, people. It all helps and it's much appreciated and much love to you all. So, yeah, if you can like the stream, share it with your mates, and subscribe if you can, it would be most helpful. Drula says, Ismail Assar is a good player, but he's not someone I'd associate with Zerbi style football.
I would. I'm going to disagree with my niece there because he's a very technical footballer and he can move the ball quickly and his movement off the ball is really good. He gets into good areas. That's why he scores so many. Against Arsenal at the Emirates, he played fabulous, right? And they've got the best defence in the league by far, Arsenal, and he made them look stupid on quite a few occasions. Very unlucky to not score. He hit the post. I think David Ray had done a worldy save as well. And I was watching him closely because I like the player.
Yeah. I'm with you, Drew. I don't see Ismail Assar. I said it earlier. For me, he's an in and out moments player as well. I don't see him doing it on a consistent basis. But in saying that, I don't see many people, to be honest, doing it consistently. Everyone has inconsistencies in their game, and everyone is not on it every single game of the season. It's a long season. Maisie, good afternoon to Maisie Harris King. Nice to see you. Not seen you before, but it says Yildiz will put us on another level to what we are now. There's a lot of people saying Yildiz here.
Yildiz, but they said he's not for sale. Sturloff, I don't think he suits De Zerbi's style because he's one of those old-fashioned forwards, sort of a big lummox in the middle to hit.
I'm not.
I don't think. No, he's not De Zerbi type player.
Ozzy Coys is saying apparently we are targeting Hendrick as well. Tottenham have asked Real Madrid to advise them. Remember when I said earlier, Ellie? I think Tottenham have got a plan to buy players, right? And Tottenham will do that. They'll buy players, right? But I also said that some people's names will appear during the window or even later, where it becomes opportunistic because they become available for sale. And I think Tottenham, apart from the planning that they're doing, I think they will buy the people they're planning for. But I also think that there may be an opportunity for Tottenham to buy people on that become available an opportunity, and Hendrick could be one of these people. So they've asked to be kept in
Did you
the
see
loop.
Gabby Agblebor's rant on Talk Sport?
Yeah.
He was saying about Villa not being able to compete with the top six. Well, that's the way of the world, you know. In all walks of life, the cream rises to the top, doesn't it?
But
Right?
whoever,
And
whoever,
it's
whoever was
Spurs' cream has gone a bit stagnant, so we need to get it freshened up and get back
whoever
up
was
there.
who he was talking to, Eddie, but he was talking. Whoever was talking back to Gabby was saying, "Yeah, but you could spend the revenue, and Tottenham bring in the revenue."
Yeah.
And then he said, "Yeah, but it's not fair, is it?" Right, but so what do you need to do? And then he goes, "Well, maybe we need to ask. I don't know, Celine
Beyonce,
Dion
he
or
said.
Beyonce. Maybe we need to say to Beyonce, come and sing for us on a Monday night or something." So he was getting really shitty and arsehole about it.
I know
And
he was.
there are some footballers that are well educated and very clever, and there are some that
Yeah.
are not. You know, because some put all their eggs in one basket to play football
Well,
rather
you
than
know,
do
because
this.
he hangs out with Cundy, doesn't he? And they're
Well,
both
rather,
the
rather
same.
yeah, but rather do their schooling, they put all their baskets in the playing football, which is fair enough. But
Yeah,
he's not understanding the economics of it all. Is that
of course.
Tottenham have got a big super stadium. They bring in so much revenue that of course they could spend it. The problem that we had is that we weren't spending it.
I know.
We were doing
We're
other things.
keeping it in the vault.
We were doing, yeah, we were doing something, but we weren't spending the money. And now that we're spending it, it's not just Gabby up on level. All the teams are looking and saying, "Bloody hell, how can they have money to spend? Something must be up.
Yeah.
They must be breaking some law or another. Blah blah blah." Because we're spending the money. Now, like I said, at the end of the day, long may it continue. Listen, we screamed out for this. We all wanted this as supporters. We're
Yeah,
getting
of
it.
course.
Let's praise it
We want
whilst
to
it's
see
there.
good football. We want to see better level footballers, much higher level footballers, and see some continuity in our team and playing forward and playing a style that we all love watching and winning football as well, because we
Yeah.
lost so many games. Under Postecoglou, the second season, yes, it was injury ravaged, but we lost a lot of games at home, especially.
Yeah.
Really terrible. The way we were playing under Frank was awful.
You've got Drew that says Bournemouth are looking at Gray, but Spurs have made it clear he's not for sale and he is part of De Zerbi's plans.
Yeah,
Ghost London says, Jose, I hope we sell Richie too. I just don't see it at Al Nassr. They finally won the title last season. Yeah, but Ghosted, Agent Ange could probably pass some players off to other Saudi clubs and then use that spaces to bring ex-Tottenham players in. We just want it to work. We just want Agent Ange to start the
come on,
Saudi
Agent
revolution.
Ange.
Agent Ange to start the Saudi revolution for us. We started the Portuguese revolution with George Mendes coming back and dealing with Tottenham. We now need Agent Ange to go and start the Saudi revolution for
I
us.
hear David Shear's got him on speed dial. Come on, David, give Ange a call. Hello.
The sheriff says, we are Tottenham Hotspur, we buy who we want. That
We buy
we
who we
do.
want. We buy who we want.
Druda says, Sheriff, loads of money. Mr. M's
Loads
here.
of
Good
money.
afternoon, Mr. M. Says, Wenger out. Come on, you Spurs. Mr. M, I hope you are well. Ozzy Coy says, Daniel Levy got his pants pulled down permanently for 25 years. Mr. M says, the quad is on. Mark says, West Ham, bit posh in it. I am. You're saying that, but Eddie sat in the West Ham before. I know Eddie sat in the West Ham because I've been in the Meta. But people still sing, people still give it. Just don't get all the lunatics jumping up and down in front of you. That's what you don't get. Like being in the South Stand where every loon's a loon. You don't get that in the West Stand. They still support their team, but they just don't get the loons in the West Stand, that's all.
I was surprised when I was in the West End because I always thought they were quite like conservative, but they're not. They're
There you
quite.
go.
They're all right.
Look at the sheriff saying West Stand, bit posh in it. Okay, Mark, I've been called many
Ones
things.
I sat next to, they weren't
If,
posh.
if you want to call me posh, you can do. But that means that Lubo's posh as well. That means Ellie's posh, Blaine's posh. The people in the West End are all posh.
I'm
You,
definitely not posh.
yeah, Unique saying people talking about the outlay isn't paying attention. Man United, for example, walked away from Fernandes based on fees and wages. Good luck getting a desirable player for less. We've done the right thing. I'm going to put it out there. Remind me about Man United. I just want to catch up with the chat and then I'll talk about Man United quickly.
No.
Transfer window for Graham says transfer
That's
patio door
another
more like
one.
is
Goldbridge.
huge.
Oh,
Cockbridge.
yeah, that Goldbridge was throwing his toy at them. And he's making out like we're some tin pot club, right? He's really putting down Spurs. Like the way he's talking about us, really detrimental and condescending. I find him irritating, that guy.
Unique
Not
says
just because of the way he hits out at Spurs. It's just arrogance.
Unique says
Okay, Man
Abongahore's
United, you're a big club. You're the biggest club in England. Maybe Liverpool can top you in terms of trophies, but don't talk about Spurs like we're some tin pot club.
Yeah, Ellie said so. Unique says
Yeah,
Abongahore's platform
yeah.
by because of his
What's your
opinions
back?
are so stupid it generates rage calls. He either knows he's trolling or is stupid. The sheriff says realistically we could spend to
Or
400
maybe
to 500.
both.
Sheriff says realistically we could spend 400 to 500 million a year. Archer
Yes. Keep
says
splashing the
those
cash, Spurs.
those two 17th place finishes will have secured. We've scared Enic into acting. Let's hope keep us up for the rest of the window and 4-5 windows and more, which is basically what Ellie and I
Yeah,
said in the roundabout way.
I know.
Unique
And I
says,
said they want to protect their investment.
Unique says Spurs under Levy. Everyone said we're not ambitious. We start to go big on good players. We're overspending and ruining the game. Which is it? Sheriff is asking, do I hold Vinay's hand? Because we're in the West Ham.
No.
Uh,
As long as
uh,
it's only not his hand that you're holding.
You started on the Amstel early, Sheriff. Have you already started on the Amstel? Sadly, isn't it? Paige says Goldbridge is a twat. And she supports Man United, Paige, and she says that Goldbridge is a twat.
No.
Druda said, Spencer's not rated by RDZ. Keep your eyes on this one. He could be going out the door. And lastly, we've got Ghost London says, if we are allowed to spend 85% of our revenue, which is 600 million, so 510 million, we would also be allowed to spend the money of player sales on top. We have money. Not being in Europe, we can spend 85%. In Europe, you can only spend 70%. But regardless of that, we have the yayo. We have the money. Right, going back to Man United for a second, Ellie.
Yes.
So where they didn't want to pay the 85 million for Fernandes, and they weren't going to, they weren't going to pay 85 million, they said, and they weren't going to do the wages and salary and the wages and that, right? I ask you this question, and I said this the other day to Paige, not you, but some dumb Man United fans that I was speaking to the other day, and I said, okay, so you're not going to spend 85 million on Fernandes. Who are you going to get then? Wharton or Belieber that you so supposedly linked with, and how much are they going to cost you?
They're going to cost more.
Okay, do you see what I mean? So I'm
Adam
speaking to people
Walton's going to cost 100 mil probably. And Belieber will probably be 90, 95 mil, I'd imagine. Easily.
But this is what I'm saying. So I'm saying to these Man United people, I'm saying, okay, so you didn't go with Fernandes, so your other targets are now Wharton and Belieber. How much are they going to cost you? Are they going to be cheaper than 85 million? So therefore, what, you're not going to pay for Fernandes? What, you're going to pay for Belieber? Are you going to pay for Wharton? You've already said you can't afford the 85 million. So how are you going to get Wharton and Belieber? So you need to think about it, Man United fans, is what I said to the fellas that I was speaking to. So we've got Samuel, another new name. Samuel Lingram says, we are Tottenham Hotspur. Where are Tottenham Hotspur getting this dodgy money? It's just been
not
explained.
Dodgy, it's legit.
It's just, do you know what, Samuel? If you don't know, I'll tell you once in layman's terms, and then you can look it up if you like as well. It's easy to look up. But you could spend 85% of your revenue if you're not in Europe. So if our revenue is 600 million a year, it means that we could spend 510 million of it.
Nice one.
If you are
And
in
we will
Europe,
spend it.
if you are in Europe and you can spend 70% of your squad ratio money, you can spend. So 70% of your revenue can be spent. So for all the teams that are not in Europe, I don't know if you support someone other than Tottenham, but anyone that's outside of Europe can spend 70%. Now, you've got to generate the money first, and Spurs are one of the biggest generators out there. The reason why Man United can't spend is because Man United have commitments that come to fruition. And because of the commitments that they've got to pay out them already, it reduces the amount of money they've got because they've already got commitments that are owed and outlays they've got to make. So that's the answer for you.
Are you back?
Matt,
You kept
I'm
on
in.
dropping out there.
Oh, Mazzalara says, dodgy money, try City for that. And Adam says, we found the money when we were removing Daniel Levy's sofa from his office.
You were standing back of the sofa.
But there we go. Right. Do you have anything else that we need to speak about, Ellie?
Not really. I think we've covered everything, Jose, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah, we've covered everything.
It's nice to have you on, and it's nice to see some old faces
Lovely
again.
to be on.
Because it's been a
Yeah, and you
while.
had lots
It's
of
nice
new
to see some
people
old
in your
faces.
chat, which is really refreshing to see.
Yeah, the new people
Yeah,
hit
the
the like, and
newbies.
the newbies hit the like and subscribe. Ellie won't scare you. She's a nice lady.
I am. My husband
I need
thinks
to
so
thank.
as well.
Before I thank Ellie and the chat, I need to thank Graham for his
Go on, Graham.
23-month membership, ongoing membership. Ronnie for his 15-month membership. I need to thank Shemtam for his 17-month membership. I need to thank Drula for becoming a member again.
Drula.
I then need to thank Jess for 21 months of membership.
What a great lady she is. Brilliant channel.
I need to then thank Paige, who also became a member again. Thank you, Paige. I'm going down. There's so much going on. Right, I then need to thank myself for giving out 5 channel memberships, which have gone to the Sheriff,
Go on, Jose.
Stacey, Colin, James,
Jamie, James E, James
and Hanno.
Watts.
Yeah, and Hanno, who all got their memberships.
Hanno. It's a Chelsea fan.
And then,
yeah.
And then Wayne Bonner, who became a member
Wayne
again.
Bonner.
Became a
What
member.
a name.
Thank you very much for your support, Wayne. And then I gifted a further 5 memberships. And these went to Ghost London, who was here in the chat most of the time. Thank you very much, Ghost. And it went to WKE, Mike Zappa, Brian, possibly, Brian Daigle, like outside, look at that picture of Brian outside Scotland Yard, and to the lovely Renee as well.
Go on, Renee.
So thank you to them. They all became members from my gifting.
Is Renee the lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Renee's on Jesse's show.
Yeah.
She's the American lady on Jesse's show.
Yeah, lovely. I haven't seen what's the other American lady's name? The one with the bat sign. Can't think of her name.
American lady?
Yeah, there's an American lady. No, there's
Renee.
Not on Jesse's channel. She was on Tottenham Away a lot in the evenings.
Oh, I remember you talking about.
She had the bat sign.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while. I'm just trying to see if I need to thank anybody else before I get there. Yes, Drula became a member again, and also a 21-month member badge. Thank you very much, Drula. It's much appreciated. Thank you too.
My lovely niece.
And I think that might have been the last one I need to thank at the moment. That's become a member or flex their badges. Just make sure. Yeah. Just needed to make sure. And then the last few comments we got is Drula says Wharton is valued 100 mil, and Balabin's value is 76 million plus. Mark the Sheriff says, still Enic out. I wouldn't have it any other way from you, Mark. Shemtam says, such a lovely, relaxing show today. Welcome back. Shem, thank you very much for being a part of it. Thank you very much.
Jimmy.
Um,
Chevy
and also,
Jenny.
I need to thank Mark Sheriff for the redirect. So, and I've said it
Yeah.
about 3 times. I've said it about 3 times already, Mark. But I'll say it a 5th time now. I've just said it 4th, now 5th. Thank you very much to the 2 Mark show for the redirect. Graham says, catch you later. Jose Nelly, chat, take care. Samuel says, Man United can afford players because Man United can afford players, but because we have the worst owners in English football, the Glazers and the Ineos flawed billionaires. The one Spurs king says, didn't Ineos have to pay us some money after we sued them? So you could say Man United helped fund our transfers. The preacher says, we are going to surprise a lot of people this year. The Zerbi is no mug. We have them rattled, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Samuel then said, Man United should be sold to either Saudi Arabia or Qatar. Ghost London says, Spurs King, don't forget Bilbao. We got plenty from that and the UEFA Champions League next season. Cheers, United. The preacher says, guys and girls, I should say. Tony says, C cubed. C cubed is the lady with a bat sign, isn't it?
That's it. Secret, brilliant. She's fantastic. I love her. Very feisty lady, knows herself, sticks to her opinion. I hate people that just flip-floppy. Flip-flop.
And Joe B says, I'm new on here, Eltel. Very enjoyable, and everyone supports the so-called smaller channels. Come on, you Spurs. Yep, you can show your support in different ways by liking the stream, sharing the stream, and also subscribing also helps. But Ellie,
yes,
it's been a pleasure having a chat with you because we haven't spoken for a couple of months, at least.
I know.
And it's been a pleasure having you on. I'm glad that we both met in the middle in a roundabout way in the conversations we were having pre-transfer window, the conversations we're having from February, and we're somewhere in the middle, both of us.
Yeah,
we still want more. We still want more, Ellie. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
We still want, and we want this to be a sustained attack on the Premiership and a sustained attack on all the other clubs. We want them to hate us for the right reasons.
Yeah, true. I'm just excited because we're going to see much better football, and it's going to be the style of football that we all love watching. So I'm so excited to be at White Lane again, and I must admit I'm going to try and get another seat in that West Stand so we can meet up as well. Obviously, we can meet up before the game. We can have a chat at half time like we did against. Obviously, it was Nottingham Forest, wasn't it? We had a chat.
Well, Blaine's
we
still
1-0 down.
Blaine's got his seat, but he's got it lower. Blaine bought his seat, but he's got it now lower. He's got it on the tier below now.
Right, yeah.
But Lubo is in the West Stand as well. He's in 503, so he's across from me. I was speaking to Luke.
That's quite high, yeah? 503. Is it
503?
Quite high up?
Yeah, okay. So he's in the top tier 5 like I am.
Yeah.
And when you come out of the stairs, he's right there where I come out of the stairs and I had to climb up. But I've asked for 2 different seats that are lower down in the 5th tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was speaking to Lubo at the barbecue, and Lubo said, "Try and get your seat near me." So I'm waiting for Tottenham to tell me what my seat is. They've told me I've got a season ticket, but I haven't told them my seat number yet, so I need to find that out.
Right. Was that Savas barbecue? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Driller says, "Lovely to have you both on our screens. Much love." Archer says,
to you as well,
"Thanks, Jose Ellie and chat. Have a lovely weekend."
The great thing as well, Jose, I'm going to become a grandmother because my baby daughter Sophia, she's having a baby in December, and it's actually due on Christmas Day.
Congratulations! Congratulations! That's good news.
It's amazing. I can't wait. It's my first grandchild.
Yeah, you've waited a while, didn't you?
Yeah, she sent me pictures of the baby in her womb. She said, those things, you can't hardly see anything, but she said, Mum, put it on the... They went for her birthday, they went to Crete, Corfu, and she sent me this Evil Eye fridge magnet, so I've stuck it on the fridge. So I'm so proud that I'm going to become a grandmother for the first time. So I'm really excited about that as well.
That's fantastic news. Great
I
news for you,
know.
Ellie. I thought the
I
Greeks
can't
were a bit
wait.
active.
I thought
I
I
thought the
thought I'd never become a grandmother.
joking. I thought the Greeks were really active. So I thought it's taken a while for
Yeah,
you.
but my daughters aren't.
What
It's
about the
only
blokes? Aren't they
Sophie that
active?
snared the man, married him in Cyprus as well. He was an English boy. Like I said, he's a Chelsea fan.
I just
Um,
Sam, yeah,
yeah,
Sam
Sam. So
Chelsea.
half of his family are Spurs, and the other half are Chelsea. There's a couple of QPR in the granddads, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it. But mostly Spurs and Chelsea. Yeah,
Well, listen, everyone. Congratulations to you, Ellie, and to the family. That's really, really good news.
I'm so
That's really,
happy.
really good news. Mazzolaro
Yeah,
is out in Cyprus. One of your neighbours says FA Cup and titles, not too much
yeah,
to ask. Well, we can all dream. Daniel Field, thank you very much. Says, hey, LTEL sub. Just seen this channel. Thank you very much, Daniel. It's much appreciated. And Drilla says that's wonderful news.
yeah. It's bloody brilliant. I
Well,
can't wait.
so what are we now? We're in July. So remember, everyone, if you're a member, next season starts next month.
No,
Welcome back to
it's
the
so near, isn't it?
the
You know,
predictions. No, the predictions will be back
by the time the World Cup finishes, it'll only probably be about
month.
less than 4 weeks till the season starts, I presume.
It's about the 15th, isn't it? Around the middle of
Yeah,
July,
about 15th.
18th,
Yeah,
18th, I think it might be something like that. Which
yeah.
means it starts in a month after that. Which means that we'll have predictions back,
I
and there's
know,
quite a
that'd be
few. Quite
fantastic.
there's quite a
You,
few in here.
you won the last one and the one before, didn't you?
But yeah, I'm debating whether to drop out this year just to make sure that somebody else can win it.
Okay, you don't want to go for the hat trick then.
Well, I just think to myself, you know, it might be just
give us
easier for me just
give
to.
us peasants a chance.
It might be easier for me to get myself just be the adjudicator rather than be the
Yeah,
champ. So I may well step down. I'm not decided yet, but I may well step down. It's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
Mark the sheriff says it's a fix. Uh, the sheriff says, "Welcome to the Grandparents Club, Ellie." And
Yay.
Joe Beasley says, "Congrats, Ellie, and your
Thank
daughter."
you. Thank you.
Drula
I'm
says,
so excited.
Drula says that she better get my new predictions book ordered, and
Yeah,
um,
and Sophie's going to do a gender reveal on the 12th of July. So we're going to find out what we're going to get, a girl or a boy.
good luck. And Drula says, "No way, I have to play." Drula's not having it. She says, "I've got to play next season as well." And Archer says, "I'll be chasing the title on predictions after finishing second last season." Well, chase as much as you want, people. Even if I don't play next year and I don't enter, predictions is for members only, but it's absolutely brilliant. Everyone enjoys it. We do
Yeah,
Premiership games, but then sometimes we go around the world as well, and everyone has real good fun. And we build a community based on the predictions. So yes, predictions will be next month, so that's not far away now. So, but anyway, people, it's Saturday. It's 1:30. We've been on for 2.5 hours, Ellie, believe it or not. Ellie, again, thank you kindly for coming on and
it's
for
all
joining
right.
me today.
My
We've had a
husband's
good
waiting
chat.
patiently downstairs. I already cooked him his breakfast, so he'll be all right. He'll be
Well, I don't
watching
want to.
rubbish TV. He likes watching all the cop programs, the crime
Well,
programs.
I'm not getting involved with you and Theo. I'm not. Yeah, Theo. I'm letting her go,
Either
mate.
that or he's listening to heavy metal music.
Yeah, free Ellie is what I say.
Yeah.
People, thank you very much. As I said, thank you to everyone that's joined, become a member. Thank you to those that have put in member chats. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for your comments. I think I've got near enough every comment read out because I do try to pride myself on to try and get round to everybody. So you're all heard. Although you're not talking, you're typing, but you're all, your comments are all read out. So hopefully I've done
Yeah.
that for you today. And I wish everybody a really peaceful weekend. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy it what it is, whatever you do. If you're watching this on playback, have a great time as well. And Eddie, once more, congratulations to you and your family.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank
pleased
you,
for you.
Jose.
So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. And if you're not used to it, listen to our playing out music.
Oh.
If I can find it, that is. Right. So, yeah, for everybody that hasn't watched me before, this is the outro. It's the intro and the outro. But thank you very much for watching.
Fabulous.
Take care.
The best on the
Share,
net.
like, subscribe, and we'll go from there. Thank you all.
Tell, Cockerel. He's just a true guy. You'll have a true time. Tell, Cockerel. Leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. Jose gets himself around. Always talking Spurs, wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong? Every time I play along. Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chilled. Your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chill. Your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel.